podcast on Friday nights. You got AP, Pac G, and GMS. 3G's family, lock in. Let's go.
3G's, 3G's, 3G's. We the 3G's, 3G's, 3G's. We the 3G's, 3G's, 3G's. We the 3G's, 3G's, 3G's. This is the shit they've been asking for. 3G's, you have to know. Pour up a drink and pass the dro. Friday night's a classic show. Once a week we at your door. Guaranteed laughs for show. If you hatin', just watch the glow. Pay attention and watch the flow. AP the captain, he's steering the ship. A book in his hand, a gun on his hip. Packy say solid titanium bricks, vibranium shit. No phasing the kid. GMS on point, he ain't about to miss. Smoke in the air with knowledge and sense. Triple G's, where we at in this biz? Triple G's, yeah, we at it again. 3G's, 3G's, 3G's. We the 3G's, 3G's, 3G's. We the 3G's. 3G's, 3G's, we the 3G's, 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 we the 3G's, 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 we the 3G's, 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 we the 3G's, 3G's, 3G's.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up? What's going
Happy
on,
Wednesday.
3G's family?
As y'all can see, Packy is not with us for this real quick second. He had to go do something. He forgot to turn his camera off.
He was like, I'm finna turn my camera off, I'm finna mute, and I'll be right back. This nigga
Didn't do
didn't
either one.
one of them. He got right the fuck up and did right the fuck out. But anyway, 3G's family, how y'all doing, man? Everybody that's pulling up, I see y'all. AP could not make it today. Of course, it's always some other life things we got to take care of, man. Of course, y'all understand that being 3G's family. So we just want to let y'all know to shout out AP in the chat, man. We will see him next week. But shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Joe Blast, always T-Fan1, Woo Banger, Will Stumbling, Al JW. What's going on? Packy, what's up, man?
What's the word? 3G's chat. Binky, my
Hey.
brother GMS. How y'all doing? Shout out AP. Shit, we back at it, y'all. Shout out to the chat too, man. 3G's in this bitch, man. What's the word?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, Woo Bang ya. Wednesday is the new night for the show because, you know, life has changed. Schedules have changed. So this is the best night that the fellas can do the show. But AP just couldn't do it this week. But we here.
We are here and we ain't going nowhere. So we want to thank y'all for pulling up always. So like I said, make sure y'all hit that button, that like button on the way in. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Binky, we having you spearhead the show today. You are our AP in training.
Oh, God.
So that means,
AP in training.
you know what that means. There's a lot of responsibility that
It's
comes
a lot of
behind that.
responsibility.
First and
Okay.
foremost,
You feel me?
you forgot one thing.
Oh, my God. What did I forget?
A prosthetic nose.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to get the prosthetic nose.
We got to get him some Humpty replicas or something, bro.
I cannot with you guys.
You feel me?
I
You feel me?
cannot. Y'all so
Get him
crazy.
some
You know what
Humpty
I'm saying?
replicas or something, man.
Hey, Glow. Happy Wednesday.
What
Yeah,
up,
Glow.
Glow?
Pull up. Yeah, Glow.
Yeah, Glow.
That's right.
Yeah, Glow.
Oh, my
Now-
God.
shit.
Yeah. Go ahead, GMS.
A lot of things have been going on in the world lately, man, and you know, few things that we wanted to bring up that I wanted to make sure that I brought this up first because it was something that was important to me. You know, a lot of the narratives around society is that Black people don't care about each other, Black people don't try to police their own communities, or Black people don't care what's going on in their own communities. And for y'all that don't know, there was a young lady that was found in a sleeping bag next to a bunch of trash bags getting ready to be picked up by local trash men. She was shot in the head and disposed there. Hopefully the person that did it was hoping that she was going to get picked up by the trash people, but she was found by authorities. Her name was Yasmin Williams. And when they found her body wrapped on the sidewalk, they found a suspect. That suspect was in a project building, and I guess they had to escort him out via wheelchair. And when they escorted him out, the community was right there to throw heavy haymakers. Heavy haymakers. So I just want to show y'all, because you know,
As they should.
the biggest reason too, and rest in peace to that young lady, you know, that should have never happened. You know, people are sick. But also, the way that the narratives have been playing out on social media, especially with different people trying to surround bad energy and bad narratives around Black people in America as a whole, we need more visualization. We need more examples, and we need, and not just proof, because we know it's happening. It's not that we need proof. It's just that we need to flood the algorithms with things that show community coming together. It don't matter if these people like each other individually. They came together for a greater cause, and it was to beat the brakes off this nigga in the wheelchair. So
that's a fact.
This is what happened when he came out. Matter of fact, can you see my cursor?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So this guy right here that looks like a New York version of Dom Kennedy, he was the first person. Too. Yeah, he was the first person that had a swing at this nigga. And the video starts after, which I'm so glad, because he will go down in history as the dumbest nigga alive. He had the cleanest shot out of everybody. The first shot. And I'm talking about, he threw a haymaker and missed completely. Almost hit the chick next to him. But anyway, here we go. They was not stopping to no lengths.
In Kips Bay, when police took a man into
custody, was giving that man shiners on top of his dome.
The body of 31-year-old Yasmin Williams was found stuffed into garbage bags. Down the block, police sought out a man. Sources tell Fox 5 is a person of interest in the murder. In a wheelchair, when he was brought down to the lobby, he was being transferred into a gurney while still in the lobby, as a crowd outside started screaming and banging on the windows. Once the door opened, family members and friends of Yasmin Williams unleashed their fury as police officers and EMTs desperately tried to fend them off. Several people punched the man.
I'm sorry. I gotta have y'all see this nigga right here. He
look at his eyes though, bro.
Unleashed their
look. You see, you know, when a nigga bite his lip and get ready to hit your shit,
he's gonna fuck you up.
You put full force power into that.
Wind up.
This man missed.
Bro, he hit the whole gurney.
As police officers and EMTs desperately tried to
who tried to kick him with the cookie shirt on too, though.
I was gonna say that dude just tried to kick him.
Leaping over anyone in the way to get at him.
They was hitting police on the top of the head and shit.
Some could be heard begging the crowd to kill the man, while others were tearing his shirt from behind. The man pleaded his innocence at the angry crowd as the EMTs and police tried to load him into the ambulance, all the while trying to push back at people surging to attack the man. As soon as the ambulance bolted,
bro, all them people and this man ain't got no lumps and no blood running down his face. God damn.
Hand, overwhelmed.
He's disgusting. He looks like scum.
Yasmin's body was found Friday, stuffed into garbage bags and left out on the street on East 27th Street, just off 3rd Avenue. On Monday, the medical examiner's office determined the cause of death to be a gunshot wound to her head. Sources tell Fox 5 police have a surveillance video showing a man in an electric wheelchair dragging the garbage bags to that location, which led Yasmin's family to wait outside the building down the street.
Man, this bitch
so that's how
electric wheelchair, G.
Yeah, that's how they figured it out, because they put him on a gurney because he couldn't walk. So it was like electric wheelchair.
Oh yeah, this bitch
has some help, bro. He has some help, my nigga.
I think Woo, I agree with Woo, because I kind of think that the cops low key kind of was letting it happen.
Yeah, I
mean they should have done.
If I'm a police officer in this situation, I'm going to pretend like I'm trying to help people block, but I'm literally gonna move my hand.
Yeah, I'm letting niggas get clean punches. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
like damn, bro, fucked him up.
You gotta let a little bit of street justice take control sometimes, man. Especially like in situations like this. You know, the community is important, and I think that people standing together like that is important, and we need more displays of that, and we need more people to understand that people do actually give a fuck about the community and the people that's in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, listen,
that's right.
because these days we always talk about how separate we are,
Yeah, right.
right? But like they are stepping behind this girl, and it was nice to see. I mean, it was a violent thing, but what happened to her was violent. So it was kind
Right.
of surprising in a good way to see that people actually love each other enough to be like, I'm not gonna let you get away with this kind of fuck shit. Like,
Yeah, for real.
we
though.
don't do that here.
Whether it be your own people or not.
It kind of reminded me because today I watched the Nipsey Hussle documentary for the first time on Tubi,
Mhm.
and
Oh, they have one?
yeah, it's one on Tubi about everything that happened and kind of what took place and shit. And it was one part in that was like real unsettling for me because, just like that man was catching street justice, the man who killed Nipsey Hussle, Eric Holder, got his ass beat while he was in jail. I don't know if y'all remember that, but pictures start going around. Whole eye
He came
was
to court
lumped
with the
up.
black eye and shit.
His head was split open. He had staples in the back of his head. They fucked that nigga up, right? When that happened, the defense and some of the guys that was, part of this trial were trying to use that as a way to almost like defend him. Like, look, you see what happens when people bring up snitch allegations, or you see what happens when, are we not able to protect people inside? I'm like, no, it's not about protecting these motherfuckers. Do you see what he did to somebody else, another human being? Like, who gives a damn if he got beat up? He's still alive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's still gonna see it. It's not like Nipsey's gone. Why do we give a damn about him getting his ass beat in
You
prison?
took this man from his kids, his family, and everybody,
Right.
bro. Like, you think you deserve anything other than what you're gonna get?
Exactly.
And it almost sounded like they
No, you
had
don't.
remorse for him. So I'm like, you can't. I don't have remorse for people who kill senselessly for no reason, take innocent
agree.
lives for no reason.
Do y'all think that if something happened to you, do you think people would step behind you like this?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
I hope so. You feel
Oh, yeah.
me? I mean, I feel like I'm kind of loved now, but
Yeah.
when I'm gone, you feel me? And motherfucker know what happened to me. I hope motherfuckers gonna step and like, hey man, we finna ride for bro. You feel me? What I'm saying? Like we gonna slide for bro. Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
But
I
don't. I mean, hey.
I know
What
for a
can I
fact
do?
if something heinous or something ridiculous or violent happened to me, it's a no-brainer. Niggas definitely gonna have to go to war for me.
Yeah, I didn't have people go to war for me behind shit that happened to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yep.
I like that. I mean, I think that again, because a lot of times we talk about how, I mean, and times have changed, right? Like we're not as tight as we used to be. We don't do as many barbecues and things like that as neighborhood and stuff as we used to do.
Right.
But seeing that, like, yeah, if people live in the same community, they know each other, and like, hey, this is a good man, this is a good woman, and you just did something that we have no idea why you would murder this person or hurt this person this way, and we're gonna take care of you before the cops can even get to you. I like seeing that because we're not as separate as I guess we think we are. We are still a unit. We are still a community.
Yeah, because
I like that.
And we honestly, and maybe it does happen, I don't know. I mean, of course retaliation happens if you got war between this block and that block, this gang, that gang. If one of these guys over here did something, then of course the opposite gang will come back, get retaliation. But it's more so like if and for a separate instance, when ain't no gang violence involved, ain't no back and forth retaliation shit involved. If you in a community and you know of somebody doing something, whether they out here diddling kids or whether they out here sexually assaulting or abusing women or whoever the case may be, if there's a nigga out here that killed somebody for no reason, if y'all notice, hit that nigga upside the head a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, take it. After you call the police to come and get him, rough his ass up a little bit before they get there. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that. Give him a double whammy, nigga. Quit thinking about snitching. Quit thinking about the street rules and shit like that, especially if you're not from the streets. Call the police. Tell them that you have the suspect at hand and they need to get there quick before the nigga dies.
Everybody gonna die.
Everybody's gonna be whooping his ass.
He gonna die, and we gonna be gone.
So,
I mean, and I kind of think that well, let me address Irene real quick. Irene, AP can't be here tonight, but he might be in the chat. He was in there earlier. He has to work tonight.
She said he had a rhinoplasty.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
That's some white people shit right there too.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Crazy.
That's funny as fuck.
There he goes, Irene.
There he is in the chat. Well, let me see. Well, there's Zen. I agree. Yeah, that's what people are doing. Hey Zen, our brother. All right, this is where's AP?
Right there.
There you go.
He said, "What if the murder whops you and you become a victim too?"
Well, damn,
nigga, you died a noble death. You died a noble ass death because this motherfucker.
I might pop the nigga out the gate. You hear me?
But see, that's the crazy part too, because I just see the video the other day, because they've been doing a lot of To Catch a Predators, real independent To Catch a Predator street justice shit. Like I've been seeing on the internet every single day a new predator getting caught. There's been a few times where these niggas have caught predators, squared up with them, and the predators whooped their ass.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Where did they catch? Like, where were they? Like in public
store? Yeah, in the store, out of different places, bro. And these motherfuckers getting their ass whooped too. Like,
hey, GMS, you know why though? Because they really be out here trying to be vigilantes. That ain't the first predator that they done ran up on.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So,
they felt comfortable because most of them, when they happen,
about these niggas.
They freeze up. When they get caught, they be like, I didn't know they were 13. They get caught up in the feeling and they get caught up in what's going on, and then they just freeze. But some of these motherfuckers was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna fight my way out of here.
What you doing over here?
But you know something?
You know what I'm doing over here, bitch. Square up.
But you know something, like speaking of that whole like getting back, right? Because you're trying to, whatever it's called, get revenge.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe that that's what happened with like Big Juke, right? Yo Gotti's brother, when it came to Dolph, right?
Absolutely.
So I think a lot of these things, when it's really real, a lot of these things do happen. Like the streets know, but social media don't really know, know, and news cameras and nobody else like that really knows. So I don't know. I mean, do y'all think we're gonna hear more still happening behind Young Dolph?
I think so, honestly. Because Dolph was really the king of Memphis. Like, if you really look it up and hear about that shit in the streets and in social media, that nigga really did take care of motherfucking Memphis where he was from. He was really the king of Memphis down there.
I think they ain't gonna stop until they get a clear shot at Gotti.
At Gotti, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna stop until that happens. And I think it's crazy how, and this is a testament to how some motherfuckers move. If you know that this nigga's in an active street war, what makes it attractive to women to go after something like that?
Like to date? Listen, I literally was thinking that because of Angela Simmons' recent BET award. So Angela Simmons is dating Yo Gotti right now. That is one of Rev Run's daughters. She's dating him right now. Yeah, and she had a purse that was shaped like a gun.
The gun,
right?
And people were going off on the green one, Peggy, and people were going off because her baby daddy was killed. He was shot and killed, and then obviously Big Juke, Yo Gotti's brother, was recently killed. So it was kind of like, girl, what are you doing? Like, are you even thinking? But in my mind, I'm like, he's a target. Why do you even want to associate and be with him?
See, now here's the thing. As corny as it was, I'm gonna say this: a lot of these rappers die, and the next thing you know, you see they people making songs, or you see even the opposition to them on the internet with guns and shit, and people hype that shit up. They hype up the next song. Oh, he talking about sliding on the niggas that just killed his man, or he got guns in the video. Oh, these niggas ain't playing around. then they see Angela Simmons with a gun bag at the BET Awards, be like, you know, your baby daddy died from gun violence, so I don't know why that's tasteless. That's funny.
Well, yeah,
it's like
no
we gotta pick a struggle. We gotta
Yeah,
pick something to
man.
be mad at. You know what I'm
gotta-
saying? If we
yeah,
want to
bro,
X all that
for
type
real.
of shit out, if it's all corny, let it all be corny. You know what I mean? Don't be
Yeah.
if like the nigga that just died, Julio Fulio.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
They
he
had
died
his
in
funeral.
Tampa.
They had his funeral singing one of his songs where he was talking about all the ops and killing this and running up on this and that. I'm like, y'all look stupid because the nigga's gone. And y'all still talking about some shit that's gonna inevitably hype the opposition up to come after you.
Absolutely.
So
I
mean,
agree.
absolutely.
But
it's a
you know
never-ending
what?
cycle.
The thing with it though, GMS, I think is that people like to pick on Angela, y'all, because
Oh yeah.
she was a rich girl, right? So she was not even just a suburb girl like myself. She was rich, you know,
Right,
and so
right.
it's like you're rich, you're a corny chick, and you're trying to do this
Yeah,
street
come on now. This
thing,
is
and
not
like
your
that's
lane.
not you. Yeah,
She
that's not
bad.
you.
She
Get the
bad
fuck
though.
out of here, bitch.
She bad. Angela bad.
She's a pretty girl.
But she
She's somewhere pretty. I still think she got like a
She's
head
a
shaped like
goofy.
Frankenstein.
she do kind of got like a little goofy smile.
She got
But
a little Frankenstein head shape.
I'll say this though, too. This is I was actually
Yeah,
talking to
bitch.
somebody about this yesterday. So on social media, you know, our ideas of people get shaped by what other people say.
Mhm.
So if it went viral that Angela Simmons is corny,
Mhm.
then everything that she does is gonna look corny to social media because a post went viral that she's corny. It could be something that she did that was cool and that looked good and that was like sexy, but like people will still be like, oh, she has the sex appeal of a raisin.
Oh, they've
She
been
doesn't-
saying that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
like they don't
The sex
they don't-
appeal of a raisin.
yeah,
What the
like
fuck?
they be on her ass about her sex appeal. And I'm like, I thought y'all niggas like natural thick motherfuckers. Like, what the hell? What happened?
I ain't gonna
What
lie though,
happened?
that picture she took in the bathtub with them Oreos, that wasn't right.
That was wild. I don't know why she's endorsing fried
Like,
Oreos.
what is going
They gotta
on
do
with these
something
fucking
about that.
Oreos?
No,
bro?
like I think she's right. I think that Angela to me is a cute girl. She's a cute girl and she's a pretty girl, but sexy looks forced when she tries to do it. She
Yeah.
probably is sexy, but I think what she thinks is sexy is not sexy.
It's not
Well, it's
sexy.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
because she's trying to force it. She's trying to force
Mhm.
something because now that the narrative is out there, I feel like she thinks she has to prove something. And that happens with a lot of people, you know, not just when it comes to, you know, women and their appearance on social media, but like everybody, men and women. Like you see it with people that get narratives drawn out about them, about who they are, what people think of them, and they try their hardest to go on social media and try to disprove that, but it don't help because it just everything you gonna post, everybody gonna keep continuing to say the shit that they were saying. They gonna keep calling her corny. She could turn around, show whole cheeks on the beach. Oh, look, man, Angela Simmons
She got
has
corny cheeks out.
she has a sex appeal over nutter butter. Like we need to do
Right,
something
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like AP said, he said that's most women's problem. I think a lot of us do have that issue because we think we know what sexy is, but I think it's just a natural thing. Either you have it or you don't. Either you are or you aren't. You shouldn't have to try to do it.
And most of them want attention. They want that attention, especially when they in a relationship. You gotta continue to show that attention or show that you still find your woman attractive, or else they're gonna try to find it somewhere else.
Yes, and I think Glow makes a good point here. She said, "I think Angela's out of touch with our reality. Hers is not the same. She may feel like she has to fit in because today, right? Everything's all the Instagram models and the
Glow. You got it.
the very
Yeah.
sexy girl. Yeah, Glow.
Right.
We gotta definitely be saying
Glow.
that every time
You
we
got
see
it.
Glow. But I think that's it, right? Because it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm up here, I'm big. I need to look like this. I need to act like this. I need to talk like this. Chloe Bailey even kind of ran into that a little bit herself, and
Oh yeah,
you know, just not realizing like, girl, your body is banging.
you're right.
You are a cute girl.
don't
You're
gotta
a
do
pretty
all
girl.
that
You
extra
don't
shit.
have to. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like you got it. Don't do all that. You know, because we're
Mhm.
gonna appreciate what you have. So
Then
I
she
think it's just
started
awareness.
catching back shots by Damson Idris or whatever his name, Idris. Damson Idris.
Oh, I didn't see it. Did she on a show or something?
Yeah, she was in a movie. I don't know what it was. I don't even know what the movie was. All people saw was the clip of her getting her cheeks rocked, and them shits. It was looking nice.
My
that
nose
motherfucker was jiggling.
I'm gonna look for it.
I need to see that.
Yeah, I was man.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Chloe Bailey.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
And Damson is the main character on Snowfall.
Snowfall,
yeah, Franklin.
Y'all favorite show?
Yep. Franklin,
best finale
shit.
ever.
That's my shit.
I still feel sad about the ending too. Like I know AP didn't like that ending, but that shit made me so sad, man. That shit captured my heart for a second. I'm like, God damn, man.
I feel like he should have been up though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like he should have had some money buried away, or like, you know what I mean? Like street niggas be different, bro. Like
as smart
people don't really know street niggas. The way street niggas move, a street nigga would have had some money somewhere buried off somewhere in a backyard of a whole nother bitch all the way across town or in another state or something, bro. Like street niggas do different shit, bro, for real.
But it's like as smart and as calculated as you may be, it's something about greed and the addiction behind greed that'll make even the smartest man in the world and the most calculated man in the world still take that chance. Because he could be up all the way up. You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, I'm up, everything's going well. I have a chance to get up more. I could take this chance. It might be a risk, but it'll still fatten up my pockets. It looks high, but you know what I mean? Like that greed will make you second guess your intuition.
Goes back to saying greed is that, you know, a lot of hustlers, they risk takers, my nigga.
Right.
You feel me? Especially when you in the streets and you dealing with that kind of money, you be a risk taker a lot on a lot of shit, my nigga. Like you think smart, but you move a little shifty because you got so much money and it ain't shit to you. If a motherfucker give you a nice ass play, man, you gonna motherfucker damn near cash out.
He said the ninja was a pilot and had real estate and he mad about some bricks. Exactly. The greed. Especially when you in the game, like I know a lot of people can attest to this. When you in the game in a certain way and you actually touching money and you actually the things that you doing is circulating and you ain't got to worry about, you know, your next drop or who you connected with, everything is in line. Everything is working for you. Like I said, greed is a motherfucker. You can start putting the money that you make it from your side hustle or your illegal hustle and put it into something legit, but still be in the streets. And that shit that you put in the shit that you put over here for legit money is actually making you the same or even more money than you making in the streets, but you still feel like you got to do shit in the streets. Like that's another example with niggas that are rapping now. People that come from the streets and they get the opportunity to make legit money and be in the industry and be able to take care of their family in a legit way. They still be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It'd be like some of the biggest niggas out here. For example, Young Thug in Rico right now. Young Thug was running the game for years.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do shit in this. He could have told all them niggas, eat a dick. I'm rich. Hey, I'm doing shit legit.
Listen, before he got locked up with that Rico, the man bought damn near half of Atlanta, bro, as far as land go. He was gonna build his own city, my nigga. Yep.
That's like when niggas caught Bill Cosby. He was like, that nigga was finna buy NBC. Nigga still
Do y'all believe that?
Nigga.
Do y'all believe he was about to buy NBC?
Yeah. I think
he was in talks with him about it for sure.
I think he was trying to.
He was really in talks with him about it. So I don't know if he was going to go through with it all the way, but I know for sure he was in talks with him about it.
There seems to be a trend whenever somebody that is black and powerful decides to start trying to get more power, something ends up happening. Michael Jackson, same thing.
This is what happens, GMS. They Black Wall Street you, my nigga.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that's part of what happened with Puffy?
No,
was he trying to do anything?
He is the diddler of the ultimate magnitude.
He just slipped up with his shit that he was doing.
Right.
Because all them elite motherfuckers knew what he was doing because they do the same shit.
Diddy could have still been out here diddling and
an elite motherfucker just like a whole lot of these other rich niggas that we know. Jay-Z's, Beyonce's, all of them is with that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You feel
I
me?
believe it too, Packy. Do you think there's going to be more
with that shit?
More reveals? You think there's going to be more reveals?
Yeah, but you know, they kind of putting everything under wraps right now because of this Diddy shit going on. But a lot of them motherfuckers is still under the microscope. Like Jay-Z is under the microscope.
Yeah, that nigga Trap Lord Ross, man, he finna have all types of Rock Nation goons outside his house in London.
Hey, listen,
so quick.
Hold on, I'm finna put another piece of fruit on y'all mind, the motherfucking ponder. Okay. Think about back when Jay-Z was making albums with none other than who? R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, the best of both worlds.
R. Kelly married Aaliyah when she was 15 years old.
They was fighting over them young hoes backstage.
Listen, bro, Jay-Z was fucking with Aaliyah back then.
Yeah, he was. Well, not when she was 15, but when she was around
15,
20.
But she was around though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was around the niggas all the time.
She was.
Dame took her.
It was a lot of shit going on back then behind the scenes that people didn't know, just like with Rihanna and Jay-Z. It's a lot of shit that went on transpired.
And Foxy and Jay-Z allegedly, I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, for more context, just to let y'all know, if y'all haven't seen it, there's this white guy from like Britain or some shit who does a lot of
Trap Lord Ross?
Yeah, Trap Lord Ross. He does a lot of research, and he does documentaries on a lot of rappers' lives who come from the streets. And his most recent one was about Jay-Z and about the mistress that Jay-Z allegedly was involved with, who ended up just dying out of nowhere from an aneurysm. And they believe that, you know, the rumor is that Jay-Z has something to do with that, or even Beyonce has something to do with that. And the way that these people put things together, this is why I always say people got to watch because I get it, you trying to do shit for the art, or you trying to do shit to, you know, stand out in the music, because there's different aspects to music that people don't understand. Like, you can't just go in and write something and put it out. Like, there's supposed to be strategy behind the music that you make as well. And people get lost in that and end up putting things in there that will kind of put them in a weird position. And there's been a couple lyrics from Beyonce, from, you know what I'm saying, from her Lemonade album and shit, where she talking about infidelity, and, you know, it don't look right.
That whole album was about infidelity. And honestly, that was my favorite Beyonce album. You know, that album honestly was for Black women. I'll just let y'all know right now. Because not because the infidelity piece, but just a lot of the whole theme of it were things that we could relate to. But that documentary, I just watched it over the weekend. That Trap Lord Ross did, and I had been hearing like little mumblings and rumblings about that lady that was, you know, that died or whatever over the years. She was a friend of Claudia Jordan's, and you know, there was no, at the end of the documentary, Trap Lord Ross did say, like, you know, he couldn't find anything that could really say, like, you know, for sure Jay-Z had an affair with this woman, because there wasn't a lot to tie them, but there's enough speculation out there to leave it open-ended. So you're right. I mean, it's definitely, he got to watch it, because these people, I believe Kanye. When Kanye was like, Jay, don't send your killers after me, da 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 da, and all that. Why would he say that?
There's a reason why somebody like Academics doesn't do War in Chirac anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, I mean, it's going to bring the wrong attention, but at some point, it's going to make you a real target. And if Academics didn't stop doing the War in Chirac, he definitely would have came face to face with a lot of Chirac niggas. Now, he plays the game in a smart way now, where of course you still see him talking crazy about people, and then some people be like, well, these are street niggas, they gangster rappers, why aren't they doing this and that? Well, because he has enough money to protect himself, and also he knows that a lot of the times these guys aren't finna go and do shit to somebody like Academics. You know what I mean? So it's like he plays the game smart, but he also understands, and he's not dumb. Like when he talked about what Adam 22 did recently, he interviewed the killer of Pop Smoke, or somebody who was involved with the killing of Pop Smoke. He interviewed them on No Jumper, paid the guy to be there as well.
He did?
Yeah, he paid him. Because that dude wasn't showing up nowhere if he wasn't getting paid. He put that shit out there. He was like, niggas gonna have to run a bag up on me if they want to interview. And I know Adam did that because No Jumper is a failing platform.
It's dying.
And
it's dying.
He needs the publicity, and he needs the views. And when it comes to white men in these spaces, like Adam 22, or when it comes to DJ Vlad, they will stop at nothing to continue to line their pockets. They don't give a damn about the culture. They don't give a damn about any of the street niggas they bring on their platforms.
None of that shit.
Whack 100 just said it recently on Clubhouse. He said Adam told his ass, or he said it himself. He works for No Jumper. Adam don't care about none of these niggas.
Oh,
he's not finna save none of y'all. When they were talking about Flacco or whoever the fuck was getting into some shit, and he Flacco getting some heat from LA. He been trying to do his academics thing and over sensationalize and tip the line of being disrespectful and all types of shit when it comes to him talking about gang culture. Wack was like, Adam does not finna save you niggas when shit pop off. Y'all make him money. That's the only thing he cares about.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Now look at what King Lukey says. Black people have to take accountability to let them people in the culture in the first place. They can't be complaining all the time.
That's true. That is very true. The thing about that is we've let it go for so long that these people have built sustainable platforms where even if niggas was like, yeah, we not going there no more, they still have the leverage to control shit out here in the culture at some point.
Well, it's too late now.
Yeah, it's too late.
We done built them up.
We let them in already.
We have.
You let them in. They did damage already.
Because honestly, the conversation has shifted from that. It's not just so much of people being like, man, fuck Vlad, fuck Adam 22. They like, why these niggas keep going up there?
That is more of the conversation these days. Like, y'all keep going up there, lining their pockets, getting them the attention. Why? You don't have to.
Boosie can go anywhere, do numbers.
Yeah,
all those people that go up there religiously, they can go places and still do numbers because Vlad is calling them there to get views. Vlad is not like, oh, I'm Vlad, so he needs these people, and as long as he knows that they need him too, he's gonna keep you
because he offering them niggas a bag.
Yep.
And you know something? I used to be a big defender, I guess you could say, of Vlad for a long time. And I used to be like, listen, he came up with a business idea. He came up with this and that. And why are we mad at him for executing on his idea? Now, I still kind of feel like that, but I feel like he does have a very blatant disregard for Black American culture. The way that he does things, like something happened recently that pissed me off. What was it? Oh, it was actually during the Kendrick and Drake beef, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But he talked about something with one of the songs not being mastered or something like that. And so a lady said, listen, a woman on Twitter or X tweeted and said, this is not even concerning you. Like, we don't even care about your opinion. And he proceeded to get all in his feelings and try to tag her where he thought she still worked, was it Harvard or something like that?
Yeah.
And tried to get her fired because she said the conversation didn't concern him. And it's like, wow, you really reverted back to your white ways and the things that people have always accused you of. And it really, that opened my eyes. And I looked at him very
because that's the thing. Like, no matter what, the truth will always reveal itself. These people cannot pretend forever. It's going to kill them at one point. They're going to get tired of people coming at them about whatever, even if it's valid. And they're going to let it slip. They're going to let it slip. Vlad let it slip.
Yeah. I heard of the Vlad nigga, but I ain't never in my life watched one of that nigga interviews. And
really?
Never. My right-handed guy, never.
Well, that's good.
I don't support a lot of shit on the internet anyway, so it really ain't my lane. Because I'm more of an old school traditional type nigga. Like, I'd rather go back to having a pager and a cell phone to call you back from the pager. You feel me? Like, I ain't I'm one of them niggas. Like, we didn't have internet on no phones and none of that shit. So all this old internet hype ass shit, I don't get excited or geeked up about none of that shit because that's not my lane. You feel me? Like,
I have a lot more peace because of it.
You feel me? Like, that's like, I'm an old school nigga. Like, I'd rather go fight a nigga.
That viral shit. That viral shit is an addiction. Like, Vlad interviews have had a lot of viral moments from 21 Savage, Soulja Boy, different things like that we've seen come from his platform. And it's so addicting that people want to go up there and try to catch another viral moment. They don't care about who Vlad is. They don't care about him being a culture vulture or using him.
What the fuck is Dixie Cup?
You don't remember the little paper Dixie cups
that you drink out of?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
like
you
remember
you
put a string
with the wire in it, the rope in it, the little string.
Yeah, that's what you talking
about. All right,
you
call that wasn't last week though, G. That was when it was little.
Anyway, go ahead, G.
We had walkie-talkies too, folks. You remember that, G? We had walkie-talkies.
Does that shit work? Does that shit work for real?
That string does work. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, the string do work. Yeah. That shit work.
Yeah, we're old, GMS, so we are old enough to have really played like that.
To really play like that, hell yeah. We really played like that, for real.
That's crazy.
Yes.
See, look, GMS with the new shit, the computer shit, the kids, the X's and the Twitters and X-Twitter, whatever that is. He with all that shit.
This shit crazy. I always saw that shit in like movies and TV shows. I didn't know that shit actually worked.
I got Instagram, I got Facebook, and that's only because of my family.
It's science.
That's it. It's science, nigga. Damn. It is science though, for real.
With the string,
GMS,
it carries sound
science, nigga.
from one from one.
That's old school science, my nigga. No bullshit.
All my life. That's right, AP.
Hey, listen, all my life, all I've been knowing, nigga, is to build shit like that, GMS. Like, nigga, I can rub my feet on the carpet right now and zap you, nigga.
Nigga was
See, that's science too. Those are the
science,
things
nigga.
It is.
Yeah,
when we were kids, like we learned science and we use that shit. Like we definitely
use that shit. We still use
fun.
that shit, and we old.
We are.
Shit.
Yeah, shout out to Bill Nye, man. Somebody I still rock with to this day. You know what I'm saying? Bill Nye is a real nigga, and he's somebody who I feel like we owe a lot of respect to for his service, man, because that motherfucker helped educate a lot of people, a lot of kids in different countries or in different states, and even in different countries when it comes to school, man. Bill Nye, a real nigga.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out my boy Mr. Rogers too, because he taught niggas to be fresh. You come in, you
to be good neighbors.
Oh yeah,
and to be a good neighbor. You come in, you change into a new pair of kicks. You feel me? You put your new
sweater
cardigan on, your polo cardigan on. You feel me? You go in that motherfucker and tip your finger up and sip you some tea like a player.
You know why he was so cold too? I didn't, and of course I didn't know it till I got older. But when I found out that nigga was in the military and like actually served in like I think he was in the army or some shit. Yeah, he was in something. I don't know if it was like the Air Force or something, but he served. He's a veteran.
You know who else was a cold motherfucker? GMS. Bob Ross.
Man,
oh my gosh,
Bob Ross was a cold motherfucker, dog. Shout out my dog Bob Ross, nigga. I got Bob Ross t-shirts right now.
Yeah, Bob Ross is one of those people that when you talk about people that dedicate their lives to like just trying to help bring some type of positivity to the world. That is a motherfucker right there.
That's a motherfucker right there.
And when you live your life that way, I ain't no question that your heaven is real. Your heaven is real, nigga. Bob Ross is literally if there is a heaven, Bob Ross is there.
And you know what's crazy about Bob Ross? Like we all don't really know how we just started watching him. I think it would be like we'd be with our grandma, or we'd be our aunt, or some,
or you'd be high in the crib just chilling in. Ain't no other channel working but Channel 10.
Yeah. Whatever. And you just watching him paint a happy little tree in a lake.
All that. What he painting, bro? He in House Rock. Looking at what he painting. Talking about what he painting, bro?
Agree.
Niggas in that motherfucker like, no, he doing this, bro. He finna do that. No, nigga, he finna do this. No, bro, he gonna do that.
We're gonna paint some happy little trees over here.
Man, Bob Ross,
look, my favorite thing he would do was when he would paint a lake, like, or when he paint any body of water, show like the
he put layers on
it. Or when he used the paint thinner, and then he's like, and then you just beat the heck out of it. You just you just beat the devil out of it. That's how you know he went to heaven. This motherfucker said you go beat the devil out the brush.
The devil out. Listen, it was a PBS show, I think, right? So.
No, this nigga got me crying behind my glasses.
The nigga would he'd laugh a little bit every time he said it too. I noticed that shit. Every time he just like he just beat the devil out of it.
Dog said beat the devil out of it. He used to say that shit all the time, dog.
That's my God, man.
It brings back a lot of
Bob Ross, man.
It brings back a lot of memories. Look, DJ Purge brought up Schoolhouse Rock, which that's something I feel like we low key, even as adults, need a refresher on because there's a lot going on with politics these days, and it would really help us. Right? Like, how does a bill become a law? You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that shit. Hey, click on the last unicorns comment. I love that shit.
Which
Bob,
one?
No, the one up above.
Function.
It said, "Love yourself" was Bob Ross, "Love others" was Mr. Rogers, and "Love animals" was Steve Irwin. Man, rest in peace to all three of them niggas. Man.
All three of them.
Rest in peace, though.
They did bring the love. And Steve Irwin, he was another one that
he was.
A lot of us just surfed on him. Yeah. Just surfed onto his show like randomly. Who watched Animal Planet? Nobody, but somehow we all knew who he was.
And it was so entertaining too. It's like you was on the edge of your seat because you was like, damn, is this nigga finna get bit? And then it was like, nah, they fuck with him. It's like it's an animal. Hey, Irene, butterflies in the sky. I could be flying high.
Take a look. It's a reading rainbow.
Didn't they say that's how you hide information from y'all niggas in a book?
Exactly.
Y'all really be reading?
They tried to say it, but one of the coldest niggas was right there trying to help us guide us to the books and shit.
Hey, GMS, what that boy Jada Kiss say? Whatever faith you got, you should put it in a crook. You want to hide something from a nigga? Put it in a book. You heard what he said, dog.
He said y'all don't be reading.
We failed that nigga. What was that nigga's name? What was his name? That was a reader Rainbow. I forgot his name, man.
Lamar Burton.
Lamar Burton.
The Roots
man. Burton,
aka
Star Trek.
Kente.
And Star Trek.
Oh yeah, he had a nice list of credits, man.
Yeah,
he was on Star Trek. He was on Star Trek.
Yep.
Yeah, Data. Or whatever.
He had the glasses on or whatever. The little strip.
They had to put the glasses on the nigga. They like, no, we can't let him know it's a real nigga.
We can't let him have his full face in this show.
Yeah, no, hell no, we gotta cover up some of his face.
You know what? Woo, you bring up a good point. He said Mr. Rogers died with no dirt on his name, too.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And that's rare.
Yeah.
That's rare.
That is rare. Because look at Barney the dinosaur.
What happened with Barney?
Man.
He didn't die, but goddamn it, motherfuckers found out he was fucking with kids and shit.
He was diddling. The Barney was a diddler.
So think about that.
Always something. It's all
ruining people's childhood, man.
Kudo. Shout out my boy Tommy, the White Ranger. Rest in peace, my dog, man. You know.
Oh my God, yeah, he unalived himself.
He went from the Green Ranger to the White Ranger, but that was my.
That was amazing times.
Shout out to Tommy, man.
I used to love Tommy.
Them was great times. Saved by the Bell, Power Rangers. Motherfucking the Wayans brothers, goddamn it, the Parenthood, all kind of shit was coming on around that time, man.
Yeah, there was another one. TV. Yeah, do you remember VR Troopers?
VR Troopers, yeah, I remember that.
That was another one. That was a good one.
Man, listen, man, we had some good shit. You hear me? We had some good shit.
Oh yeah, Elmo did get caught, man. Elmo got caught out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then Master, you right.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Yeah, Elmo got in trouble too. Tickles, motherfucker! You out here tickling everybody else. You deceived my kids all them years. I was buying them tickle me Elmos and toys that dance. You dirty bitch! You was out here doing that. Shit. I'm just now finding out. No wonder the toys was always doing some freaky shit.
That nigga Elmo was stomping this shit.
Elmo did used to do a little dance, right? Oh my God.
And Elmo was doing the A-Town stomp.
Elmo was doing all kind of shit.
And the A stand for A minor.
Oh.
That's bogus.
Yeah.
Elmo on the beat.
Listen, okay, so since we're talking about kind of creepy stuff, I did want to bring this story up to you guys. This is a weird one that I saw just earlier today. Apparently, there was a man that nutted on a girl's leg in a Dollar Tree.
Yikes.
Huh?
And
wait a minute,
yes.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
I know.
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Hold the fuck on. Hold the goddamn phone.
Oh, I'm about to pull that up.
I'm sitting here trying to wrap my mind around how. Like, was
it in his pocket?
It take me a minute to already, you know what I'm saying? Like, to get to that point to where I'm ready to already let it go. So it's like, what was you doing? Like,
he was. All right, let me put y'all on to something. Let me put y'all on real quick.
It doesn't.
There's some freaky frog ass niggas out here who do ultimate disrespectful things. They go to the store and they will whip their junk out and start beating off in the store next to women. This is a thing that these niggas be doing out here. Like real freaky niggas be doing shit like this, and it's unacceptable.
I would kick a nigga. If I seen a nigga do that, bro, I would kick his bitch ass right there. I would kick the nigga in his nuts.
And then look at this nigga. This nigga built like a lineman. What the fuck?
And this is him.
How you trying to hide and you bigger than everybody in the goddamn store?
Yeah, big ass
Look,
nigga.
he
What the fuck?
fucking nutted on my fucking leg. You go to hell, bitch. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it's funny.
It's not funny, Becky. I'm
sorry, but it's like,
you making
funny,
me
but it's
laugh.
not funny. Listen.
I knew as soon as she paid
Yeah,
the
man,
camera
you know what
down,
I'm talking about, don't you, dog? Listen, dog. The way it just happened, my nigga, like, dog, that shit don't just happen on the regular. Like, that's
shit.
Wait,
dog,
but
they
it was
caught it on camera, bro. Listen, that shit is funny.
You not supposed to put the camera
it's the way
down.
she said it, Becky. It's the way she said it.
You can't put the camera down to zoom in on the nut or your leg when that shit happens. I know you need evidence, but goddamn.
Hey,
you gotta play that again, GMS.
Yeah, I'm about to play
She
this
put the
shit
phone
again.
down like.
She put it right on the leg.
Look, he fucking
And then they gonna blur out the semen.
nutted on my fucking leg. You go to hell, bitch. Oh my god. He nutted on my
Oh, she was distraught.
That's disgusting.
He nutted on my leg.
Oh God, that's
My
some
God.
disgusting
That is
ass
fucked up, dog.
shit.
Who the fuck nut on people
Ooh.
in public, G?
That nigga deserves to die. I'm sorry. You gotta die for that.
Bro.
You don't just skeet on somebody's leg in the grocery store.
Hey, I swear to
and
God,
then
I
run
wish
away
I was
like
in the
a
store when it happened,
bandit.
right? When he was gonna run out the door, I'd have tripped the nigga, right? You know how you put your foot in front of a nigga and he just tripped?
Yeah.
Hey, I'd have did that to him.
Listen,
Tripped the shit out this nigga.
that community that beat that nigga ass for putting that girl in them garbage bag, we needed the Dollar Tree community
Yeah, for
to
real.
come out the store whipping that motherfucker's ass.
They all needed to run out there like an angry mob, like a
Like,
pitchfork
what?
mob, and
Dog.
beat the shit out this nigga.
Hey, y'all,
Like-
we'll see why I laugh so hard. We'll see why.
You going to hell, bitch. Because it's so true. It's like that. Those were all immediate feelings that she let out right there in the instant.
Yeah.
You
Bro,
going to
guys
hell,
should strike
bitch.
a nigga down right in that instant if you do some shit like that, bro.
Yeah, I wish he would have got hit by a car trying to run across the street. Oh, freaky
You
ass
should get hit
nigga.
by lightning, by a car, by a nigga, or something like. you
But like
can't do
something
that,
like
bro.
that, you wonder like how
That
Pecky
is-
was kind of thinking, like, were you already
Already-
almost there?
Exactly.
And you just found
like,
her and just aimed it? Like,
So
That's what I'm
What's going
saying.
on?
Like, what
these
what the
niggas,
fuck was going on?
these niggas are beating off and then waiting
$69.
till they get to that moment, and then we'll walk up on an unexpected woman and ejaculate on them.
Bro, that's the wildest shit in the
that's a
fucking world.
violation.
It is, and
That's
and
a
it's,
violation.
it's a
That's
lot
a-
of dudes
that's a-
out here that do that.
You need to be shot for that. You need
Yes.
to be popped. A motherfucker will get popped for that.
It's a real thing. It's a real
You
thing.
walk up
They
on my
really
daughter
are.
with some hollow ass shit
They
like
make
that, I
it.
swear to
They
God,
make
and
it
I'm
a
present.
thing on the internet. They try to
I'ma
make it
kill
some
you
type
with my
of
bare
porn
hands
fetish
like
thing, but that
motherfucking
shit is a
Homer.
violation.
I don't know. See, Lou Brown said, I don't know, bro. The Dollar Tree video looks like a fake to me. A skit, maybe. Hell no. That looked too
No.
real. And I think
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
Lou, that person, that guy, has done that before. For,
Yeah, he
like,
got
a
caught.
brief thing I saw.
He a
They got
habitual
it. They got
nut
his
buster
name.
in Dollar
They got,
Trees.
yeah, yes, he is a habitual nut
What?
buster.
Nut buster in Dollar Trees. That's crazy.
They said CL said it reminded him of that Dave Chappelle joke of the homeless
Vicky
dude on the
said,
bus.
huh?
You remember that joke Dave Chappelle told about the homeless dude on the bus and how the dude was,
Yeah.
he hijacked the bus, but he didn't have a gun. He was just jerking his dick off.
Oh, yeah.
He said he had to dodge that shit like the
Oh, man.
Matrix.
Bro, yeah, I remember that dumbass shit. Disgusting.
That's just giving me chills just thinking like somebody's bodily fluid.
Yeah, his shirt was crazy. His shirt said something
What did
like
his shirt say?
his shirt. Hold on, his shirt said
I didn't
something
see the
like,
shirt.
like lick me or something. It was something about a lick or something.
No.
He's a freaky
Yeah,
ass
right.
nigga,
Let's
man.
rewind that, bro.
Put it up again, bro.
I'm about to show you. They got it. They
Pull
got
that
it.
shit back up, dog.
Let's
this
see.
Nigga said his shirt said something like "lick me" or.
Yeah,
Vicky, you hear this shit?
Huh? No, he.
You heard what he said?
Oh, here we go.
Said, lick me or some shit like that.
It's not. It's not going to lick itself. That's what the shirt said.
That's what the shirt say.
The shirt said it's not going.
Oh, he was on a mission.
They got a still image of it. I got you. It's right here.
Oh, you got
an
image.
Yeah, a still image. It's not gonna lick itself. And this nigga got the nerve to have a whole tax stone hairline. If you don't get this bitch ass nigga out of here,
he got the Batman, GMS. He got the Batman.
He got the bat wing on the top of his head.
Oh my God.
Shit, the first thing that popped into my mind is Mike Epps.
That's the M for the Super Mario brother.
Mike Epps said, I should beat your motherfucking ass with that big ass forehead.
That's crazy. Dude, a bogus ass nigga, bro.
See, dudes like that escalate though. They escalate because this is minor, but then he's gonna start grabbing people, or he's gonna start touching people, and then he's gonna go full on assault.
Full on, assault.
He's gonna start taking it,
up, rape him, kill him, all that.
I mean, he let you know what he was about when he put that damn shirt on and walked around in public. Don't know regular human being just be wearing this shit.
Ain't no way in hell, bro. It's not gonna. Come on, man.
His hairline is shaped like an M, which lets me know he is a chronic molester.
100. This is a gateway act.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
And I think, and I'm glad he was able to go viral.
His barber need to be
that everybody can see his nasty ass.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Lou. My boy Lou knew it. I called it too, Lou. I said the same shit, Lou. I said the same shit, my nigga. I knew it. His barber bogus, bro. His barber should have knew, like, dude, freaky ass finna be on some bullshit when I give him this cut right here. Because he asked for that.
You going to hell, bitch.
I'm randomly telling people you're going to hell, bitch, for the rest of the summer.
Hell
yeah. Look at AP all summer.
Awesome.
You going to hell, bitch.
Going to hell, bitch.
It'll be the smallest thing too. I'll be on the road. Somebody cut me off. You going to hell, bitch?
Yeah, hell yeah. The garbage man forgot to pick my trash. You going to hell?
Listen. Okay, speaking of garbage. So I don't know if y'all saw this. In NYC, the mayor, Eric, whatever his name is, I don't care.
Eric Adams.
Thank you. He had a press conference the other day and he wheeled out a garbage can as proud as could be. Like, he was so proud of this garbage can. And he wheeled it out and he was like, hey, we're going to start putting our garbage in garbage can. Now, that confused me.
What?
Because I'm like, y'all haven't. So where have y'all been putting y'all garbage?
You know what's so crazy, Binky? In New York, I seen some pictures and I got a nigga that I play on GTA with online and Call of Duty. He live in New York. He said, shit, bro, we just take our trash bags out there and just throw them on the curb.
Yeah, because, I mean, you see it in
movies.
He told me trash men, they're trash guys. They pick up the trash on the street. Yeah. They just pick up a bunch
like
of
by
trash
hand.
Bags.
They pick it up by hand.
See, I guess I'm not used to that because we've always had bins. Okay, so I'm
But that's my thing too, though. Like, why the fuck would y'all do that when New York got one of the biggest fucking rat infestation problems in the world?
This is why y'all got that problem.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Why? That's crazy.
That's exactly why. If all you do is put the trash on the street, them niggas will dig straight through that plastic and have a fucking Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why they so damn big. Them niggas be eating everything. They got good meals every night. Them niggas be eating Italian food, Asian food, black food, white food. They get all ethnicities foods every single day.
Hey, GMS, I seen a raccoon the other day. I thought the nigga was a Mini Cooper. I seen a raccoon that was a smart car. It was a raccoon.
Well, it was big as shit.
I said, God damn, he eating good.
They are. They eating good as hell.
Yeah.
See, Irene said they did have. She's from New York, and they had a can and had to roll them to the curb. So I don't know what the hell.
I guess it's depending on where you are.
Where you at?
Parts of New York. Like, it could be in different parts.
But look at this man. I want y'all to see.
So many boroughs, like, you never know where it's at.
Yeah, check him out. Let's see what he got to say, old bald head ass nigga.
With this bitch ass trash.
And they playing the Jay-Z and Alicia Keys song. How proud he is. This is how you use it, guys.
He said, yeah, look at us. We did something. We accomplished something. Yeah.
He just
Hooray,
gave
New York.
A gang handshake to somebody.
Over here looking like extra in Blade. The fuck out of here, man.
Potato head ass nigga.
He said, "Look, we have trash cans now. You can start to put your trash in the trash cans instead of in front of your house."
That was very performative. Like, why did he have to have a staged bag of trash, pick it up off the ground, and put it in the can? Like,
look at him. He got that Medea hand.
That's
how we know. That's how we know where Eric Adams is swinging.
He really got an afro under that bald head too. That's
he got one of them Hollywood caps on.
Yeah, that's a prosthetic Shamar Moore bald head. You know, Shamar Moore had a braids.
Oh my god, that was the worst wig ever.
Yeah, worst wig ever.
You know, my older brother lives in New York, man. He lives in Manhattan, and you know the type of stuff he says that be going on out there, man. It's just like, when we talk about community, niggas got to band together to want to see better out of their own community, man. Like if your street is full of trash, we got to start having people come through and do something about that, man. Especially if you know our state ain't doing nothing about it. Our state officials who are supposed to be putting plans together to try to clean up the streets, you know, from garbage or whatever the case may be, street sweepers. We gotta, you know, sometimes we gotta take matters in our own hand.
Let me point another thing out. A lot of black folks, I noticed because I used to be one until I wised up and stopped doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say you used to be a black folk. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm always gonna be that. Okay. No. Come on now, baby.
You start talking proper shit, and then I became white Pac G.
I will always be a nigger. You know, I will always be a nigger. But listen, like I was saying, a lot of us tend to throw shit out of windows of cars and. You know what I'm saying? Just throw shit out. Like, I don't do that no more. I stopped doing it because
you used to do that.
I did used to do it. I did. I'm guilty. Okay. Yes, I did. But guess what? I stopped doing it. And now I get mad at other people around me that do it.
I'm glad, Pac G. Listen,
you feel me? Like, if you want to start my roommate did clean, that, why would you throw some shit out where you live, right in front of where you live, just throwing shit on the ground and shit? Like, why would you want in front of your fucking house to look nasty and dirty? Like, why would you just throw that shit out there? Like, pick that shit up, nigga. And I don't give a fuck. That go with motherfucking blunt wrappers, blunt roaches, bags of chips. I don't give a fuck. Juice bottles, water bottles, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Don't throw it outside on the ground, nigga. Like, oh, it's gonna blow away. It's gonna do. No, motherfucker.
My roommate said that's a deal breaker for her. She was in a car with a dude, and they were eating in the car, whatever. And he was like, "Oh, hand me your trash." So she's like, "Oh, I'm thinking he's like compiling it. So when we get
out the window."
She said he threw, and she's like, "It wasn't like one thing. It was a bag of trash."
Oh yeah, he's a dirt bag.
He was like, "I'm done." Like she never talked to him again after.
Listen, hey, somebody threw out a bag of motherfucking Popeye's chicken in front of my fucking house the other day.
What?
Yes. Listen. And like, I don't live in a badass neighborhood, like no ghetto ass, ratchet ass neighborhood. It just be people riding by, coming through the neighborhood, coming to see other ratchet ghetto motherfuckers that live deep down in the fucking the cul-de-sac or the suburban area or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, right.
But they come see other people, and then when they come through this motherfucker, they just throw shit out the window. And it pissed me the fuck off so bad. Like, and I ain't caught nobody yet. But when I catch somebody throwing something out the fucking window, I swear to God, I promise you, I'm gonna stop that motherfucker if I get the chance.
Listen,
and I might snatch them out the car if they get out of line. You hear me? But I'm gonna tell that bitch ass when I snatch them out the car. What?
Were they black, possibly, Pac G?
They were black.
They was niggas.
I really don't give a fuck.
This reminds me.
If they was white, I would feel the same way. G, it's not no difference.
It's all nasty,
bro.
But this does remind me. So I was having a conversation with AP,
irritating as fuck.
And we talked about those scooters. Okay, do y'all have those scooters, right? Where you can rent them from the city?
It's something down the street from me right now, Binky.
Okay, so in your neighborhood, in your area, are they nicely like lined back?
Oh yeah. No, they stood up. They all stood up, lined up. It's like 5 or 6 scooters down the street on the corner. They all lined up on the corner. Anybody could go, just jump on one, put your money in, and go.
See, now some places I have seen, they are not lined up very nicely. They're scattered, and they're all over. They're laid down. Some are here, some are over there, and they're scattered. Now, me and him was debating whether or not it be white people or black people doing that.
Listen, I think it's a mix of both.
And it just depends on where, because of the simple fact that they'll clean that shit up in a different neighborhood, but it still don't mean that people ain't throwing their fucking trash out. It's when it's in the suburbs, white people be throwing that shit out their windows too, but they make sure they clean up the streets out here. They don't do that shit over in the hood or anywhere down in like the in the city.
No. Yeah. But I will admit, I done seen some white boys just jump off some scooters and just drop them motherfuckers anywhere. And just go. Yeah, some suburban white boys. Really? Like on some real shit, some suburban white boys, and they just drop them motherfuckers and just go. But that's because they've been influenced by the little young trap niggas that they just got through hanging out with down in the ghetto, down on 14th and Nash and 13th and Keith and all that shit. So they've been influenced by them. So they'll let them little niggas in and come down there and hang out with them, smoke blunts and fuck with bitches and all that, and let the white boys ride the scooters all the way back out here where I live.
Brad talking about, well, Tyrone and Mookie do it. Why the fuck can't we?
The scooters off like some little ratchet motherfuckers, but the little black kids out here, they'll line the scooters up nice and neat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the little white boys who live out here, they just throw them off everywhere. They don't give a fuck. They like, fuck that shit. We just got that.
We can't have nothing nice.
Tyrone let us smoke all the weed with them. They're just dropping all the shit off. They got Black and Milds. Their parents wondering where they got Black and Milds from. Where the fuck did you get Black and Milds? You were in the ghetto working, weren't you? Yep. Tyler, Hunter.
Oh my God.
That's
listen.
how it is.
Do you remember those commercials with the Native American, like where they would have the tear when we were younger, Becky?
Oh yeah, the Native American, yeah.
Like when people would like they had the commercial where they threw the garbage out the window.
Threw the trash out, dude was crying in the background.
Yeah.
And shit, yeah, I remember that.
Just every time you Native American loses a strand of hair.
Yeah, the piece of them is gone away now.
It's gone away forever, bro.
Oh my God, y'all so crazy.
There's never been a black man named Hunter.
Hey man, I love the 3G's, man. I'm having fun, man.
For real. I love
I don't know what to say to segue into this, but this is something I want to bring up before we get to the Drake and Kendrick shit.
Yeah.
I saw recently the Cash Me Outside girl now respectfully being called by her rap name Bad Baby instead of that. She started getting some traction lately online because she decided to post a video of her baby dad beating her via CCTV footage that she got from her home. Now, people saw what happened. They saw what he was doing to her. She posted up some long caption. And then after that happened, she went back to social media the very next day to say that, he just needs help. And, I'm just not going to leave somebody behind for the people out there. If you support me, then you support me. If you don't, then you don't. But my whole thing, what I got from that, because people will see something shocking and immediately their first reaction is to think about, well, okay, she's showing a video of this guy doing this, so clearly the guy is in the wrong. He's a horrible person. He's this and that. But you also have to remember who it is we're talking about and what type of person that is. When I seen the immediate switch up the next day of her saying that she's going to be staying and she's going to be doing this and that, I didn't take it as, a woman in a situation who gets abused by somebody and staying with them because of the mental abuse that comes with it and them being, scared to leave. What I took it as is, all right, I'm going to put this out here because this nigga got some video of me doing some crazy shit and put my hands on him. And I don't want this shit getting out too, because then I look crazy and it just dismiss shit. So I'm just going to say he just needs some help. And this ain't something that happens all the time. Because I'm telling you right now, we didn't see this little bitch grow up being a violent, disrespectful bitch, and it just stopped because she had a baby.
Okay, GMS, but is there any reason why a man needs to be beating, dragging, or kicking a woman?
There's no reason.
No reason at all.
No reason. I'm not excusing his actions. What I'm saying What I'm saying is, once you start realizing that it's two motherfuckers that are being violent to each other, we don't need to get involved with that.
Right, like that they're actually fighting. They're not. She's not getting beaten. They're fighting as a couple.
Actually fighting each other. This ain't a situation where it's just this nigga beating on her. And on top of that,
I'm not even.
let's just say that it is a situation where this nigga is just the one putting his hands on her and being violent. What possesses any of these niggas that ain't got no motion, no traction, no nothing going for anything for themselves, putting their hands on a $1 million bitch? What type of sense does that make? Is that another form of a nigga? Because I'm not in the position to speak of experience when it comes to putting hands on women. I don't do that. So I wouldn't know what the intention is behind it, but I can only guess that it was a form of trying to control her in a way, right?
Yes. I mean, I definitely think it's a form of control. But I think some men don't care about your money as a woman at some point. Okay. Like even Super Saiyan, I don't know if you know her, but she's like a kind of a internet personality that blew up. She had a business that went pretty viral or whatever. It's like a makeup business or whatever. But even she was like online. She's rich and stuff from that shit. And she was airing her and her man business out a few months ago and saying that like, oh, he tried to fight me in the car. He tried to do this, that, and the third. And you know, most people are like, well, he just with you for the money because I guess people don't find her attractive. I think she's cute. She looks nice too. But I think just at a certain point, some dudes don't care about your money and they are who or what they are. And a lot of men, let's be 100, are very motherfucking emotional. And they don't know how to just exit a room, exit a situation, or just use their words. They're going to slap you or they're going to fight you. They're going to snatch you up. They're going to grab you. They're going to do things like that, you know, or kick at you and stuff like that.
I feel like this has happened to most women.
That's whole shit though. But niggas do it though.
And that also, because I didn't care as much about that in particular as far as like the bad baby situation, just because I feel like, you know, in my educated guess, she is somebody that is a violent individual, so I wouldn't put nothing past her. But that's a good segue into the Keke Palmer thing, because now that's a situation where I say, once again, it's two motherfuckers that ended up putting their hands on each other, been violent with each other, and one of them tried to paint it as it was just one of them. And the other one had to come out. And this is why I say that it happened the way that it happened with the bad baby situation, because as quick as Keke tried to put out still pictures and everything that was going on to paint that picture, was just as quick as that man posted up text messages and actual voice conversations of showing proof that she, in fact, was somebody that was being violent towards him.
Yes, and she actually apologized and said that she did it.
And motherfuckers were sitting there on the internet because they didn't know how to deal with the situation because they jump out the window so quick, where they were just like, well, when a woman is being abused, she has to try to confide, or she has to be cordial with her abuser, and she has to admit to things. It's like, no, man, maybe in reality it happens where two people are just violent with each other.
Yes.
And then y'all look stupid because later on you see these people together and they cordial and they trying to co-parent, and now y'all sitting there like, whoa, what happened? I thought. It's like, no, man, like, it's not out of the ordinary for men and women to be violent with each other in relationships. I know the narrative is gonna always be a nigga is gonna be the violent one, but trust me when I tell you,
not true.
There's a lot of violent bitches out there that will put their hands on you
fast, and they'll provoke you because they know you're gonna act a certain way,
and they know that that a lot of this is in their favor.
That's why
a lot of it is in their favor when they happen. So and at the same time, in the same breath, we do not want to say that and dismiss the things that women have been through when they have been abused and the domestic violence that they went through. We cannot dismiss that. but we also have
No,
to
you
stay in
can't.
reality. Got to stay in reality, man.
But listen, man, I ain't gonna say this to make y'all know hoe ass niggas and no shit like that. But call the police on these bitches. They gonna do it on you, nigga.
Oh yeah.
Call the police on these bitches.
And even if they don't, like I said,
Fuck
they always
that.
know it's in their favor. Even if
On
they
some real
don't,
shit, bro.
if the
If you
police
gotta
show
get a
up,
restraining order, nigga, get a
if you got
restraining order.
if you got neighbors,
Fuck
and
that.
they end up calling the police, if she know or whatever the case may be, just
You gonna be
remember
the one
when they
that fault,
show up,
nigga.
you gonna be the one
You
going
going to
down.
jail, nigga. So guess what? Call the police on these bitches, nigga. Quit playing with these bitches, nigga. Call the police on these bitches, bro. Listen, man, your peace of mind and your peace is way more important than all that bullshit you gonna go through behind this bitch. This wild ass bitch. Call the police on this bitch. Listen, and I wouldn't recommend you call the police on nobody, but call the police on these bitches, nigga. Fuck that.
Save
Because they gonna call the
it's
police on
protection.
you or the neighbor. And guess what? When the neighbor called the police, you going to jail, nigga. Not her. You, nigga.
Yeah,
believe that.
But I mean,
So,
listen, but the
I'm
thing
just
is,
saying.
right, in our community, we are kind of programmed, right, not to call the police. Women are kind of
In no
programmed not to do
situation,
that, but sometimes we'll do it, right? A revenge thing, or we trying to get at you.
A lot of
but
them do it.
men for sure are programmed. Black men
not
are
to
for
call
sure.
no motherfucking police. Yeah, I'm not
because,
calling no police for shit.
Because when y'all do that, I mean, it is good advice to do it, but unfortunately, your life is on the line, right? When
Listen,
the police
a nigga
show
robbed
up,
me,
your life's
shit.
on the line. As a black
I ain't
man.
calling no police if a nigga robbed me. If a nigga robbed me and I know who did it, I ain't calling no motherfucking police for what? I'm gonna go see that man. You hear me?
What is wrong with this dude? I hear you could go to town with a wiffle ball bat and everybody will be able to go to work tomorrow.
What is dude on, bro? Like, what is he on? Like, what is wrong with this nigga? Dog, this nigga retarded, bro. This
oh
nigga
my
retarded.
God,
this nigga, man.
What is wrong with this nigga, bro?
Wiffle ball. I can't.
AP,
he ain't on the show, but he on the show.
Right.
He don't know how to act when he
need
ain't
a
on the
microphone
show.
right now. He know he want to say
But he don't know how to
so
act
bad.
when he on the show. So what does it matter?
He want to say something so bad. I know there's a lot of shit he want to say.
I feel like a lot of, honestly, Irene, I wish more people felt this way. You know, if somebody hit or threatened me, I'm calling the popo. I wish more people felt that. I'm definitely not highlighting that comment, AP. But,
I ain't calling no police.
I think that, you know, we really do need to stop trying to protect, because a lot of times, at least with women, when we don't call, is because we're trying to protect the dude that we're with.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's a lesbian relationship, you know, the chick that we with. We're trying to protect that person.
Oh, because them studs be fighting.
They have very
they'll be one that strap on to just go to jail because they might need the strap on that night. You feel me? Like that, like, you know what I mean?
They got
like
the comfort strap on. They got to put it on before they go to sleep.
The strap on,
it's like a kid with his blankies.
She know how to work the strap on. Like, I don't know what to
studs be like kids with blankies and shit. They got to lay with their strap on that night to feel comfortable, so they go to bed and shit.
Under their pillow.
Right.
Oh my God. I don't know how women deal with that fake thing. I cannot. I don't like no fake.
Like, that don't make sense. Like, I know, listen, man. Listen, women. I know you want to feel something long and strong with a vein in it, something thick, you know what I mean? Like, with a vein in it, like something, you know what I mean? Like, come on, ladies.
Vein in it. Oh,
with a vein in something that's going, listen, listen. Mm-hmm. They know.
Oh, I thought you was gonna keep going. I'm like, yeah, I'm listening.
So freaky strong ass beaky. She said with a vein. Okay, what
go deeper.
Is it throbbing? Beaky's ass out here.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute, I'm listening. Deeper. I'm listening. Go deeper. That's
expounds on your argument.
Yes, I'm like. Seated.
No, Becky, relax.
Yeah, relax. I know. Sorry, my bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. But you know, getting back to GMS's point about Kiki and her baby daddy, you know, that is why I kind of like try to stay out of judging too much when it's a relationship situation, because people do break up and make up all the time, you know, and like, listen, you could talk shit about your man, or you could talk shit about your woman. I'm not talking shit about your person because you're mad right now.
Right.
But when
Yeah,
y'all
right now.
make up,
listen, you're gonna be sucking and fucking this nigga tomorrow.
you know what I'm saying?
If
you
not
know?
tonight. You feel me? So
I'm staying
I
out
ain't
of
finna
that.
choose sides and I'm gonna stay out of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how you're supposed to be.
staying
That's
out of
it. And that goes vice versa with siblings. Like, let's say your sister call you on some shit like, oh, this bitch ass nigga, whoa. You know what? I'm not going over there. No. You know why? Because you're gonna be fucking this nigga tomorrow.
Yeah. Seriously.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I didn't see it. I didn't see it with my niggas' little sisters because I'm like that big brother. You feel me? So I didn't see it on several ends. So I know. No, don't call me. Even my sister know. Like, I ain't calling bro for no bullshit. For no shit that I ain't gonna stay out of. Yeah. You feel me? I'm gonna call him for some shit that I'm gonna be done with for sure. Like, sis know already. Like, I'm not coming for no shit that's gonna be you gonna be right back with the motherfucker. Hell no, that's pointless. You know what I'm saying?
And it's dangerous.
Put my life in danger.
Very dangerous.
Thank you. That's what I'm getting to. I'm not putting my life in danger because you feeling some type of way. You and your significant other, and y'all gonna be fucking tomorrow night. You got me fucked up. No. Handle it on your own. Call the police, motherfucker.
Call the police.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one.
He said, "Don't discount his feelings."
My feelings, Binky.
No, he be saying some bullshit sometimes.
He do be saying some bullshit, don't he? Yo,
now,
what is he on though? Like, what do he got going on? Like, you could have been on the show,
telling.
motherfucker, if you were gonna be talking shit.
Talking about now that we talking about discounting some bullshit.
Putty nose, motherfucker.
There's a certain motherfucker out here who was an actor turned interviewer or interviewee who has been going around lately making his rounds every like 4 or 5 months or some shit, maybe every year. But his name is Columbus Short. And he decided that he was going to pull up and spew some bullshit on a platform about black women. So we are going to show you guys what he said because it's been making his rounds. As a matter of fact, a Dr. Umar Johnson responded to what he said. We're gonna play that after we hear what Columbus Short had to say about his experience with black women and why he hates them so much. Pay attention.
I just want to know, like, what is the difference between being with black women and being with?
He comes into the home. They're not, nigga, what you talking about? Unless you giving me this, doing that. There's no respect of the man, the black man, in that by black women. And I'm not, black women do not be mad at me. Cook, girl, you don't even know how to cook. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's all black women. Can side that Asian, Korean, Japanese, that other side is where, you know, culturally those women were not. Those women were taught to hold down, but it's more than subservience. It's don't get it twisted. I know you know how to cuss the thorough man, cuss a man out thoroughly, and but as soon as you cussing him out, you still making dinner, you still washing his clothes, you still cleaning the house, and you're not doing that with, you know, this is my job. That's just what you were trained to do, and I think that kind of training, you know, how you want to ride in a Bugatti, how you want to go on a yacht, but you don't know how to wash your own clothes. You don't know how to vacuum. You don't know how to put that. You don't know how to. Rami, you want? You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Hey, who gonna put the money on your books? I put the money on. No, you can go to jail. Take your black ass to jail, motherfucker, for you. So have some. You know, it's a different energy. It's not like maybe. Okay, thank you for your criticism. Thank you for your honest, constructive criticism. And you know, we can get it better. Or cook it for yourself. Yeah. You want a cup of noodle? You want some ramen? Somebody else come cook this.
Listen.
I just want to say, what black women does he know that don't be cooking, motherfucker?
Yeah, on my mama. That's number one. But second, though, like, I don't know, like, unless you did something, nigga, to make this black woman react like that, my nigga. Like, what black woman is just treating you like this out the gate, my nigga, from you being her significant other, my nigga? Like, I mean, I dealt with plenty of black women that are beautiful. They have beautiful minds, beautiful souls, all that. But I love white women. I love Asian women. I love fucking Mexican women. Like, I'm not prejudiced or racist and no shit like that. Women are women, and a lot of women have the same personalities, but a lot of women have shitty personalities.
He's not telling you. He's not telling you where he met these women. He's not telling you who these women are. He's not telling you his type. He's not telling you what he's looking for. He's just telling you about the experiences that were bad that made him go the other way. He's not going to tell you
saying,
about
so.
his long stint in the movie industry, him being out in Hollywood, him going after the girls that are out there, because you deal with a different level of a type of woman when you're out there in Hollywood. They're not necessarily out there with the trained mindset and the skills to be waiting
Housewives.
on the nigga, or housewives.
Yeah, they
ain't over there making
they
your clothes.
they don't have that mindset.
Dinner.
A lot of women, listen, I done been to motherfucking Hollywood. I done been to Cali plenty times, you feel me? And I done met and mingled with a lot of motherfucking women out there in that region. So the way their mindset is, if you ain't already got it, a lot of them, majority of them, I want to say fucking 90% of them out there in that area are like that. If you don't got it, they ain't fucking with you, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be up here, not motherfucking here or there, nigga. You got to be up here, nigga, on your way to bust out of the top, nigga. It ain't no, like, they don't want the less. They don't settle for less out there.
But the thing that irritates me, first of all, I don't know why the fuck he was talking like he had a stick up his ass. But anyway, besides
it was
the fact
hard for him to get out that
like,
character, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was just, it's like,
Zesty.
Okay, because you don't date us now, all of a sudden
like,
you talking like this. He didn't used to
He's
talk
kind of
like
a
that.
weird nigga anyway. Like, my perception of it, this is my first time seeing a nigga. So my perception of him is that I get some weird shit from a weird vibe from the nigga. So
yeah,
he's not all the way there to me.
He seemed a little off too.
No, he is. He's a little like he has some mental health issues. He used to be Soda Slim had asked who he was. Glittery Bubbles, hey girl. She answered. His claim to fame is Stomp the Yard. He also was on Scandal. I mean, I don't know who in here watched Scandal back in the day, but he was in the first season of that show.
I watched
he was a pretty good actor. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he was. And he lost that job because he had a domestic violence situation with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he's had some rantings and things online over the years. I mean, he's like a older Orlando Brown. He just cleans it up. But he's off. Trust, he's off. But my thing is with the whole interracial dating thing. Let me just say this. Okay. I am a woman that has dated interracially. You know, Umar would not be happy with my ass either. Okay. I have never been cared. You know what I'm saying? I as I was younger, I was like, who cares? Like white, black, Latino, like that's the three that I pretty much have always stayed with
all my life. Because that's,
you know what I'm saying? Like my first fiance was Puerto Rican, or he is Puerto Rican, still alive. Second one was white and Cuban. So listen, you know, and I've had plenty of black boyfriends, you know, as well, that we just didn't get to that far. So I don't have an issue with people dating, men dating, black men dating specifically, women that are not black. That doesn't personally bother me. I don't have a feeling. The only thing that pisses me off is when it becomes an attack on black women, why you are dating who you're dating.
A white woman or an Asian woman or
like
Mexican
don't attack.
Woman. Yes,
right. Don't attack.
You shouldn't never do that. You know, because you can't blame that on one race of women. You got to blame that on the experience of that woman that you was with, that one particular woman, my nigga.
And you don't know how they got there.
The
you don't know how
they. You don't know how they got there or what triggered them to even get to that point. You feel what I'm saying? And you didn't even really take out time to understand. If you jumped the gun that quick, you didn't even take out time to understand that woman and where she was coming from in that aspect. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't sit down and take time out to listen. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people's problems. Like even me, like I do it sometimes. Like my girl will tell me some shit and she'll say me like, well, I told you this. And I'll be like, damn, you ain't tell me that shit. You know what I'm saying? I have selective hearing like a lot of people do. Especially in relationships, my nigga. Like you're gonna have selective hearing because sometimes you be like, damn, she talk about some shit I don't want to hear. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just go and drown it out. But you after a point, you don't even realize you're drowning it out because y'all been together so long. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's normal. But she do the same exact shit.
But she's a woman.
And she's a woman.
Yeah.
So like you can't, you know what I'm saying? It goes vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has to look at everything from every point of view when it comes to any situation in life. That's all we get.
Yeah, and when I say they don't know how people got to that point, that could have been a person that did date inside their race, and all of a sudden they, you know, when they went through something or whatever the case may be, and things changed, they got with somebody who they saw qualities in that they like. You know what I'm saying? And things, and at the end of the day, you want people to be happy on earth, man. At the end of the day, we humans. You can't just sit there and settle for something because a nigga on the internet saying, "Oh, why you dating outside your race?" It's like, motherfucker, if you're happy, be happy. Our goal in life is to be happy, motherfucker.
Exactly.
We trying to die happy, not die miserable and sad and being, content with some shit.
Race, your heart is your heart. You hear
me?
But
to Umar's defense, black women do it better.
Hey, the Reaper has a video that I think I'm gonna react to about Black Punani. He went on a tangent about us, but anyway,
he said he loved it. I tell you something about black pussy. It felt good.
Shout out to the Reaper. He keep it 1,000. Keep it 1,000. But yeah. Speaking of Umar, DMS does have a. Oh my God. DMS has a clip ready for us to see.
Hot tour, man. Hot tour.
Listen.
Tour on the brother. Keep it 1,000.
Listen, you can. Wow.
Oh shit.
Wow. We love the Reaper over here. We do keep it 1,000. Corey is a fuck nigga. Okay, so Umar did respond because Charlemagne asked him what he thought about Columbus Short's comments about black women. So let's see what Umar had to say to that.
Man, I want to ask you something Columbus Short said since we're talking about that.
Sure.
He said he got some heat for saying that black men are dating outside their race because most black women are raised by single mothers and absentee fathers and taught a don't need a man mentality. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, here's what I would say to my brother Columbus Short, and I'm a fan of his. Are we not all victims of the systemic oppression and injustice that racism has introduced into our community? So just as you have black women who didn't grow up with their father, you have black men who didn't grow up with their fathers or their mothers. In other words, why is it acceptable for the black man raised by a black woman without his dad to reject a black woman raised by her mother without her dad? I think sometimes black men can be guilty of a double standard where we want a perfect offering when we ourselves are not a perfect offering. And to that point, I think black men need to recognize the fact that one of the reasons we have so much conflict with black women is because we don't operate on a masculine platform with our women all the time. We tend to operate on a female platform. For example, when a woman gets angry, rather than you trying to understand your queen non-emotionally. So you can't have both people in a relationship with a low emotional IQ. Because if both people in a home, if you and your wife both have a low emotional IQ, if you and your wife both have a low emotional IQ, y'all going to argue over everything because nobody says, I am not going to emote over this. I'm not going to deal with this with feelings. I'm going to use reason and intelligence. That's what the man is supposed to do. Yeah. But guess what we do? Raised by single mothers, many of us, we reflect right back to them that emotional trauma that they throwing on us. So in essence, you have two females arguing, although one is in a man's body. Black men have to start being masculine and less feminine. All this cattiness, this back and forth between black men and black women on the internet, that is feminine and feminine. Masculinity don't operate like that. Masculinity wants to understand where the woman is coming from. Masculinity wants to then intervene, study himself, evaluate his behavior, and try to level up to where she needs him to be. But arguing back and forth with women as a man, that's anti-masculine behavior. What we really need is some testosterone shots. We need more testosterone because black men are mimicking female behavior emotionally, and they're not even recognizing it.
My Lord.
Now, let me say something real quick.
Yeah.
And let me ask the chat too, because I don't know if y'all heard about this, but it like came and went. There was reports about too much estrogen or some type of something in the water. Am I reaching, or is this something that
it's been in food? I've heard that estrogen is hidden in a lot of food.
It's in food.
I have heard that. I don't know about water, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's in
it's
Boy, yes, glittery bubble.
What water are you speaking of though?
It just in general, in our actual water, all in the water that we use to drink, the tap water, all that shit. I've heard about that before. Now this isn't an excuse because he was 100% right.
The government run everything,
because if that is the case, Umar is absolutely right. We need more testosterone shots. Because if they put estrogen in the food and in the water, nigga, hey man, sign me up. We don't want to deal with none of that bullshit. And that's it's crazy. It made me think about that's the thing. Like that's what made me think about that, because like he's not wrong. The interaction and how men typically deal with shit in this generation, it made me think about that immediately, because there's something else behind that. We didn't just turn into this out of nowhere.
These niggas tender. There's all kind of shit going on, man.
Looking at they saying fluoride,
yeah. God, I can't stand this.
He says, "Oh, my nuts are little." Not the peanuts.
I can't. Yeah, fluoride is at least in America. I think all across America is in our tap water. But that
hormone disrupting substances are the bigger problem for real. See?
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah.
See, that's that, and see, I knew I was hearing about shit like that.
And I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna tell you, GMS, like I have like skin issues or whatever, and they had prescribed me a drug that literally had a warning, and they told me that basically like make sure you're not trying to get pregnant, right? And I was like, well, maybe, because at the time I was with somebody and we were like thinking about it, and they were like, well, this medicine has been shown to feminize male fetuses.
Yeah,
so just know that. And I'm like, just know that. I'm not taking this shit. Like, if I could end up pregnant, and like if I had a son and then this
have
would
a
do
little
something,
sweet ass gay son out here, you got me fucked up.
So if they know
they came out
like
talking
that,
wah.
oh my,
wow, no, him down,
him down,
him down.
Who the fuck is him?
Dr. Spence on the ass.
I got no motherfucking name.
But that freaked me out when I saw that, and I ended up looking it up, and I was like, oh my God, this is really true. So there's no telling what's out there. But I think that Umar's point was very valid. And I like the fact that he said, listen, none of us are perfect, but all this online battle of the sexes, gender wars, BS that's been going on, it needs to stop. Now, yes, women have certain traits, right? And sometimes we can be argumentative or catty or whatever it is, or we're emotional by nature. But as a man, you shouldn't be like me.
I swear to God on my life. And there's a lot of niggas out here like that. Like he said, it's a lot of niggas out here that's like that. And they emotional, and they get into it with other niggas like that. And the other nigga they get into it with give them the same exact energy that they getting back.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he was saying holds a whole lot of value.
It's true.
So if people really look into shit and really look into the way a lot of males out here act nowadays, the shit is true.
It is. But it's just even like what he's saying about like expecting Black women to be perfect when you know that many of us, especially in our generation, millennials and Gen Xers, you know what I'm saying, had issues with being raised in single mother homes primarily.
Exactly.
So not just the girls were raised with their moms, the men too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're not completely on your shit.
I'm a motherfucking product of that. Like shit.
Exactly.
I was raised under my mama, but shit, I came out a little tough and rugged around the edges because of the streets. Like shit, it wasn't no. But my mama OG too though. Like she a gangster. Tough. Like my mama a gangster. So can't nobody tell her shit. She been a gangster. She been GD just like I've been GD all my life. So you know what I mean? Like it ain't no soft shit around this motherfucker. My mama taught me to be tough, and my motherfucking sister. And my mama the biggest gangster I know. So
and I just feel like we need to get to a point where we understand we need each other. And even if we're maybe not going to always romantically be linked, Black men and Black women do need each other. And, this whole divide and conquer thing works way too easily on us.
Yeah, it does.
And I do not understand why that is. You know, I really don't. Again, like I said before, I don't, you know, who you date and who you know, have your family with or whatever, that's a personal thing. You know, yes, it does have generational, you know, ramifications. And I get that. But at the end of the day, we have one life to live. And if you find someone that cares for you, that wants to build with you,
better
that
hold
wants
on.
to, you know what I'm saying? That wants to love you,
And
that wants to be there for you. I'm not about to
satisfy
be
them,
like,
keep them happy. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They gonna
like
keep you happy, vice versa.
that's a
So
blessing. That's a
that's a
blessing.
blessing.
So
And if
I'm
you
not
got
gonna
that,
stand in between
if you
that.
got that, hold on to that. Believe me.
But don't talk about black women this, that, and the third because you want
Yeah.
some pink pussy because our pussy pink too. But that don't
I
mean
hear
that.
that.
Okay, sexy brown.
You know?
Okay, sexy red. Sexy red. Okay.
I'm
Yep, my
just
pussy
saying.
pink, my booty all brown.
Hey.
Pound down.
You know, like I don't want to hear. I'm not talking to y'all about my booty. You know. But you know, I'm just saying, if you want to be with who you want to be with, that's fine. That's all. That was my
Yeah,
point.
Oh,
be
shit.
who you want. And this is another good segue to get into the last topic. Irene, she said, so is Kendrick and Drake beef part of having too much estrogen?
Ooh, girl, you gifted us with that segue.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
Listen though, hold on though.
what?
I think highly, I would say it's more on Drake part. It's more of that light skin shit, man. That's them light skin niggas be real emotional. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, like I've been growing up seeing it all my life. Like I don't want to point them out and just put them on blast, but from what I've been growing up and seeing, the light skin niggas always been like it's some light skin niggas that ain't that, like that's tough and that's always on that shit. Like nigga, I'll fuck you up. And I know a couple of them. You know why? Because they fuck with me.
You see the difference of how they handle the situation. Like Drake is somebody who can't allow himself not to post on the internet because he knows that like seeing those views or seeing how many people watching his story or clicking the like on his post, he wants to feel that validation. Kendrick ain't never had to do that because he's not focused on the public validation like that.
None of that. He don't care about none of that. He don't care about being famous. None of that shit. He grew up in a fucked up environment. Drake didn't grow up in no fucked up environment. None of that shit. He was a Degrassi kid. You know what I'm saying? His daddy was always having money. His mama was always good. Like he didn't. You can't. And then when you get on records and rap about being tough and about putting hits on niggas and having niggas slide through, that's not you, bro. I can't respect that, my nigga.
I agree. Well,
I respect you for being a good rapper to making good music, but when it comes to you talking about being a hitter and sliding and sending niggas, that's not your lane, my boy.
We all gonna go through it.
Bitches, partying and all that. That's what you do, my boy. I'll beat your ass. No, you won't, G.
Listen, because y'all was talking about light-skinned people.
Stop it.
So
now you feeling some type of way. Hold on, wait a minute. I said I know some light-skinned niggas that's really about that. How you know your light-skinned ass, putty nose ass wasn't one of them niggas? Like, how do you know that? You're just assuming because I'm talking about light-skinned niggas.
AP, don't be
see what I'm saying?
Don't be a hit dog
niggas
hollering.
when you talk about light-skinned niggas. And I gave some shout-outs to some light-skinned niggas that I fuck with.
He said don't talk about his tribe, Packy.
Fuck your tribe, nigga. I'm talking about you and SP. Y'all the only light-skinned niggas I'm vouching for. Fuck everybody else, nigga.
Fuck your tribe,
I see you,
nigga.
King Lukey. I see you.
Fuck you, man, nigga. You got me fucked up,
but,
nigga.
You know, about Drake and Kendrick. So Kendrick released the video for Not Like Us. He released it on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And what are you laughing about, GMS?
Sorry, keep going.
So he released the video on the 4th of July. So, you know, the reason I titled the video Buried Alive Part 3 with a question mark was because Buried Alive is actually the first song that I personally heard Kendrick on, which was like an interlude track on Drake's second album, I believe. And Kendrick, you know, was on that and it was called Buried Alive. And then Drake, you know, during this whole battle thing did like a Buried Alive Part 2, whatever. But it seems like this video
If I
It's
was in the
almost like
pine
a
dots,
nail. Yeah. Oh my
I would still
gosh.
be on top.
Yes. What? So keep going. Keep going.
So no, it just sounds so corny. Everything that Drake was doing sounded corny after all this shit happened.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was like it was funny at first. It was like, oh, okay, this battle finna go, but then like all the stuff that Kendrick started doing and started making Drake look corny, like the shit that he was doing and how he was approaching shit. Like it went from nigga drop, like you ain't finna do this, you ain't finna do that. Then all of a sudden Kendrick start hitting this nigga upside the head, and then you want to try to play the troll games and be like, oh, I'm gonna put this Buried Alive 2 out and try to mimic Kendrick. It's the worst shit you could ever did. And a lot of these things that Drake said in these songs came back to bite him in the fucking ass, which is like the worst thing that can happen in a battle.
I feel like that video was like the literal, like, okay, like to me, a lot of people are like, oh, it's too much. But I feel like if people really remember over the years before this microwave age of things, we could enjoy songs for a whole summer. We can enjoy songs for a whole year. You know,
For
if
a
it's
year,
a good song, we
good
rocking
song,
with it.
You know what?
And this is one of those songs to me. Like, I'm not
It
tired
is,
of that
though.
song.
It is though.
You know
It
what I
is,
think
low
though?
key.
I think that this is people willfully being ignorant, because we still have songs that like are in rotation for a while, like and people, I think for the most part, are saying that, you know, Kendrick is dragging out Not Like Us, or oh man, when is he gonna give it up, or oh he's still we still listening to this song. Like people saying that because it's a unique situation. It's like the top artist is getting bullied right now and getting ragdolled in the industry, and they got this nigga in a knapsack passing him around different niggas so they could punch on him. So it's like they not used to that, so they gonna try to do whatever they can to try to help get him a W, or try to make it, you know, ease the pain. And I feel like that's the one thing that has made this battle unsatisfying for me to watch, is because, you know, the internet and the fans that like literally are trying their best to give Drake a W knowing he lost, and then also the Kendrick fans who are still interacting with Drake fans, helping these guys on the internet, because what they're doing is engagement farming. They know that when they say something that is completely not true, or that it's fabricated, or they just trying to say some shit to over sensationalize the situation or try to make Drake look good, it's gonna bring a bunch of Kendrick fans and other people that feel like Drake lost to their platform, and they make money off that shit.
Fact.
Academics is the one that is doing it like the most strategic way. He knows that people know that he is a Drake fan and Drake is his #1 favorite artist. They're gonna see his platforms and interact with his platforms every time he posts something crazy or something stupid, or on not just his main platform but his other entities of social medias that he has, and they gonna follow behind that. But he's going on his platform live saying the opposite of what his platforms are trying to put out there as a narrative. You know what I'm saying? He has said that Kendrick won. He said that Drake is looking crazy. He said that there's certain things that's happening. It's like, damn, I didn't think Kendrick was gonna be out here like this, but he's showing improving. Then he coming out saying that the streams weren't fake, but at the same time, his other platforms are saying, "Oh, not bot like us, so they're using bots." He's like,
I had to unfollow DJ Academics TV Instagram.
Yeah.
I still follow Academics, and I still follow his personal one, but I like that one. And like Grandy is really close, but he's so funny. Grand
the Grand Wizard one too. He's the one that be mainly out here just riding Drake nuts, even though I think that's Academics. But
no, he's not that funny. No, that's not him.
It just I just know that, you know, they're
doing
farming engagement.
They are. But what I want to say is I think a lot of people have seemed to take this battle like mad personally. And I don't understand why. Like, to me, it was just really interesting. Like, I'm going to say this. I've been a Drake fan for a long time. Like, I wasn't there at the very, very, very beginning, but I was pretty damn close, because I remember when Joe Budden actually ran into him outside of somewhere when he was first kind of starting to, you know, blow up a little bit. And many of us didn't really know who he was, but I was a Joe fan. So Joe had the camera on him and was talking to him outside of a thing. And I remembered that. And I really liked his first like mixtape and everything. Drake used to make music for women. Okay.
Yeah, he did.
And women,
when he first came up,
rocked with him. Like it was like he was a LL Cool J for like a younger generation, but he wasn't afraid to also be like kind of sensitive and soft. And his music was just fly. Like it was just good ass
I ain't gonna
music.
lie, Binky, hey, that first mixtape he dropped, he had a song on that motherfucker called Uptown with Bun B. That shit was hard as a motherfucker.
Yes.
Swear to God on my life. That was one of the hardest songs I ever heard by Drake.
Drake was the shit when he first came.
Drake
I mean, and he was for a long time, even. Like
but
Drake,
I remember
Drake
an interview before Lil Wayne signed him. He said, if you in this shit, don't come in this motherfucker talking that tough shit. He said, rap about women, rap about your little Nickelodeon TV shows, rap about all that shit. He said, because this industry gonna eat you alive. That's what Lil Wayne told him after he signed him on the interview.
Yes. Yeah, and it's true though. And
it's true. And look what happened to him.
Look what happened to him. But this is what annoys me about Drake, because the whole even conversation about him, because up until I think if you're reading this is too late, I think that was probably the last album of his that I really enjoyed. After that, I just I'll check in for a single or whatever that come out that I might like. Like Irene mentioned, like Hotline Bling. You know, I like that one. But
Hotline Bling was popping though.
It was popping, but album wise, I just can't get with him like I used to. But I don't hate Drake. No. Like I literally did a like a not a beat battle, but like a music battle with a friend of mine. Yeah. And he picked J. Cole as his artist. Drake was my artist, and we were going back and forth. And this was just like a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm like, no, Drake is the shit. J. Cole is the shit too, but Drake is the shit. And let me play you this song. Let me play you, you know. And so I really rocked with Drake. I don't hate Drake, but let's be very clear. Drake of yesteryear has been gone for a long time. Drake has not. He is so uninspired.
Yeah.
He's uninspired, and he lost.
Can y'all still hear me?
Battle. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize you froze.
Hey, I'm froze like a motherfucker. I can't.
Froze like a motherfucker. I thought you was just in your phone.
All of y'all are frozen. I can't see nothing. I can't click on nothing. But if y'all can hear me, we good.
That nigga look like Kid Cudi in the frozen picture, don't he?
It's day and night.
I don't know what happened. Oh wait, am I good now?
No, you're not moving.
Oh, let me see.
Moving. You want to try to go out and come back in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and come back in if I can. I can't click nothing right now. I cannot click anything.
Let me see if I can remove you.
Yeah,
kick him out.
I kick him out.
Kick him out.
No, he didn't. He's still backstage though, frozen with that with his album, his album cover, his album cover screenshot. Because day and night. But no, like seriously though, like, but people think because you legitimately say Drake lost this battle, he lost, that you hate Drake now, and that's not true.
I don't hate him. Hell no, I don't hate him.
Like, I don't hate Drake,
I still love all the music he made. Like Stay Scheming is one of my favorite songs with him, Rick Ross, motherfucking French Montana, and goddamn it, I think it was Gunplay on that motherfucker. Man, Stay Scheming, one of the coldest songs ever made.
He got a million of them. Like
he do got a million of them. You cannot take the hits from the boy. The boy got hits, and I'm talking about motherfucking #1 hits. Not no low record. You know what I'm saying? Like this man is top 10, top #1s, top 100s. Like this nigga is top all that. So,
but he lost.
Take none of that from me. But he lost.
He lost.
He lost because
do you think
he
that
wasn't
he's
ready lyrically?
Yeah,
for Kendrick.
Well, not even just lyrically.
Kendrick not no ghostwriting ass nigga. Like
no.
Kendrick ain't he ain't getting no ghostwriters, my nigga. Like that's not Kendrick Lane. Kendrick is he's spitting that shit. So Drake get ghostwriters on some of his shit, but some of his shit he rap. So
and not only that, Packy, he also, besides Kendrick obviously being very lyrical and very, intelligent, is very tactical. He was very calculated with all of this. Of this. And I think that's a big part of what won it. not just what he said, but like the way he was dropping things and the way he was warning him. Listen, to me, still to this day, Euphoria is that song. That to me, that's my favorite song out of the whole battle. Euphoria is so good. I listen to it at least twice a day. I just love that song, and he foreshadowed so many things. Like if you watch the video, like even Kendrick's demeanor in the video was so laid back. He wasn't like hype, like, yeah, I'm getting Drake. He was just like, yeah, you know, he just rapping.
like,
and in Euphoria,
nonchalant is nothing to me.
It's nothing to me, nigga. I'm not even gonna say your name in the video.
Me, nigga. You ain't shit, nigga. I stump you, nigga. You ain't shit, nigga. Like,
exactly.
I handle you like that. You nothing.
Yeah, like, but in Euphoria, he even said, like, have you ever walked your enemy down like with a poker face? That's what I think he was doing in that video.
You know who else? You know who else treat niggas like that when they rap? Jadakiss.
Yeah. See, I don't listen to Jadakiss like that, so I don't know.
Listen,
put me on.
Jada is that nigga.
Really?
Listen, I swear to God, my right-handed guy in here, Gemini, so I know my dog. That nigga is a motherfucking savage. Jada will body anybody. That beef with 50, 50 couldn't fuck. Man, 50 wasn't fucking with them niggas, man. The Locks murder. The Dipset beef. Did you see the Dipset verses with motherfucking Lil Locks?
Yes.
Come on now.
There's our brother.
Jada did that by himself.
Yeah,
That's
he
one of
did.
my favorite rappers. I swear to God, hands down.
I was
he in my
still
top
listening
3
on the other end.
of best rappers. Jadakiss is in my top 3, but I got a new person in my top 3. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I hate to say it, but I had to boot somebody out.
Who
got replaced?
And I booted out Tupac.
Ooh. For who? For Jadakiss?
Conway the Machine.
For Conway? Y'all niggas look like y'all related.
Yeah.
You and Conway look like cousins or some shit.
Listen, I booted.
You got some family in Buffalo, nigga?
I love Pac to death. I love Pac. He a legend. He always gonna be a legend, but I had to put a new rapper in my top 3, my nigga.
Wow, he's that good. Do you make
Conway be going in?
Conway is a savage. Like, if y'all ain't heard, but a lot of people ain't with his style or his delivery. But when I listen to music, like, I listen for certain shit nowadays. Like, my whole music preference has changed over the years. So
yeah,
it's kind of.
Well, as we get older, that happens. So what do y'all think about this? Soda Slim said, but Budden said, talking about Joe, said it best. Drake thought he was bigger than hip hop, and rap purists have been waiting for his demise, and Kendrick showed him what culture really is.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so
that's a fact.
That part of it is one thing that's like getting lost on a lot of the, you know, Drake stands and people out there trying to still hand him a W. This wasn't a battle of numbers. It just so happened that Kendrick can do numbers, and it got to a point where the conversation started surrounding like, oh, like people just forgot that Kendrick was a superstar. Like, just because he's not he's not the mainstream superstar that Drake is, doesn't mean he's not a superstar. Like, people talking about the Drake effect. Like, if there was a Drake effect, why the fuck it ain't work on him? And on top of that, why the fuck it ain't working with the 2 songs he just dropped with Sexy Red
and why it didn't work on Pusha T?
Yeah, where's the Drake effect? You know what I'm saying? Like, they forget that not just Drake, but Kendrick Lamar just got done selling out the Mr. Morale tour, going around arenas, selling out. Like, he's a big artist, and people treat him as such. He has a cult fan base, just like Drake does. So
absolutely.
Though the numbers and all that shit, if everybody uses bots, okay, cool. But
when people show up for you, you can't bot that.
When people show up, you can't bot that. Ain't no botting that.
You cannot bot the people, because
that's a live person. That's a live body.
That's
right
funny
there.
Because a lot of those narratives came from the academic side and those pages like that. They be the main ones talking about these big artists who have to cancel shows because even though their big streaming numbers are up there on Spotify and Apple Music, and they videos be doing 20 million views in 2 weeks, they be having to cancel shows because people's not showing up paying for the tickets.
Listen.
But then you turn around and see Kendrick sell out tours and then do the pop-up show
solo, by the way.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But
They'll
listen, though,
never
they
chalk
could
it up
really
to
use a
nothing.
metaphor for catch a body. How many
Yeah.
bodies can you catch to this show, my nigga?
That's right. That's
You can catch a
100.
body. How many bodies can you catch? Like, oh, that AI shit ain't catching you no bodies, my nigga.
Oh my God. I think honestly, so speaking about AI, I think that was one of many mistakes that Drake made in this whole battle, was that AI bullshit ass track
Tupac
that
and
he
Snoop.
did.
Come on, bro. Snoop still living, nigga.
Well, and then it's the fact that he underestimated his opponent due to his current situation and the people that he knows. He's surrounded by his cronies and people that he feel that have his back, and he feels like he has a lot of connections, and there's no way that a superstar like him could be taken down by somebody like Kendrick. He's like, I'm the pop star, I'm the nigga that do the numbers, I'm the nigga that everybody like. There's no way. Like, he was actually playing around that way. That's why you see when he did the Buried Alive 2, he was playing around then. He was literally on some like nonchalant, like this nigga
But
ain't.
guess what else though, GMS? Ain't nobody from Mob Ties came to speak up for Drake no more since this beef came up.
Yeah. And after the nigga after his security guard got popped in front of his home, y'all realize they ain't talking about that no more. We don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. We don't know who pulled the trigger.
Like Kendrick said, you think you linked in, but you ain't linked in, nigga.
Yeah.
Kendrick said, and this is the thing too. A lot of people miss this line, and I think it was in Euphoria when Kendrick was like, I got a Benjamin and a something else in my house, like I'm Joe okay. And people don't realize Benjamin. Do y'all remember Michael Jackson had that song Ben about the rat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe that was Kendrick also alluding to the fact that Drake has a rat in his house. Now he's already said, blatantly said, have you ever thought about anybody at OVO's working for me? Things like that. So he said that, but he's alluded several times, and a lot of people kind of missed that reference. But I 100% believe somebody is feeding him information.
These niggas that are not from the streets that enter the music industry and start paying these niggas from the street to protect them and be around them, you got to remember they gonna be loyal to you to a fault. They will always see a bitch ass nigga in your face, regardless. They will always see that. So at the end of the day, if somebody like a Kendrick or somebody from his camp, somebody who they heard how, if their perspective of those people are real niggas or people that really are about something, it's gonna be a no-brainer if they like, yo, let's get this nigga up out of here.
Yeah.
I know I know you tired of looking at his face. I know you tired of dealing with this nigga. I know you tired of him acting like a fake thug. I know you tired of him trying to act like all he got to do is throw y'all money and y'all just go jump when he say jump. Nah, get this nigga up out of here. And on top of that, Drake is just, I think this is a moment where he had to get somewhat of a reality check. I don't think that actually happened.
He needed a reality
but
check.
It should have been a reality check when he seen YG step on that stage, because he used that nigga in his song. He said, you know who really bang a set? My nigga YG. And YG said, nigga, are you dumb? What the fuck? Like, and people on the internet like, why would YG be mad at that line if he goes around saying he's a blood all day? I'm like, nigga, because he could sit in court and say this is entertainment. But then you have another nigga like Drake talking about who really bangs a set. He's like, motherfucker, you try to get me.
And this nigga on stage with Kendrick.
Right.
Like, come on. But it's one of those things again about culture and about community and about loyalty. Drake does not understand because he is kind of a culture vulture, a nigga
as much as I like his music.
As much as I like his music, it's like, bro, you've gone all over America to where the blacks are, you know what I'm saying? Where the blacks are popping to get some of our sauce. You've done that, and then you imitate and you do all this shit.
Yep.
Like, stop the bullshit. Like, you think by calling Chris Brown's name and calling YG's name that they're gonna be like, oh yeah, fuck Kendrick. Like, you really don't. You're really get your head out the clouds and not.
Yeah, you stupid as fuck if you think that's gonna happen, bro.
YG really from LA.
Stop playing, bro.
And Chris Brown really knows that he's not
and
from LA.
Chris Brown is a real blood.
You know what I'm
Whether
saying?
a lot of people believe this or not, Chris Brown is a real motherfucking blood. This
He's a blood, but he ain't from LA and he ain't.
But he not from LA, but he a real blood. But
he is a real blood.
Like,
you notice
he is a real blood.
Drake can't name nobody to say who's against him though. Like when we think about the shit that he was saying, he was trying to take personal attacks. There was nothing that Drake could have said where he was like, this person don't fuck with you, or try to allude to that he had somebody on his side. That's why when he took the leap to write those names in that song, like YG and Chris Brown, he saw the opposite reaction because that's just not that he's not like us, motherfucker. It's like,
listen, just you saying that GMS made me think of something that I had wondered before. Like at the end of Not Like Us, when he's like, "Are you my friend?
Yeah.
Are we locked in?" I'm like, I
That's
wonder
him
if
mocking.
Drake texted someone and asked that, like, "We locked in, we friends,
well,
right?"
the rumor is
Did Kendrick know about it.
The rumor is that was something when I first heard when the song first happened, and people were doing their deep dives. One of the things that people said allegedly was that was something that Drake had said to Kendrick in the past when they first like linked up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what got them to like start making music together and shit. So it's like that was probably him mocking him, like, "Oh, are you my friend? Are we locked in?" Like that does sound like something that Drake would say.
Drake would say. Shout out to J Money 15, and hopefully you are subscribed to the 3G's channel, J Money. I'm liking your comments tonight. And make sure all of y'all that are watching are subscribed and like this video, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, I'm sorry, y'all. I must make my exit.
Okay, we're gonna leave soon too.
And I want if y'all continue, I want y'all to continue. I'm sorry, but I got
no,
I gotta do.
It's fine. You got stuff going on. I think we had a great show, you guys. I think this was really good. Thank you all for being here, J Money. I love this comment. It was really good, and I think this is, like Kendrick said, it's what the culture's feeling. So we all on the same accord. Thank you all for tuning in to the show. We are going to be Wednesdays from now on, Wednesday nights. We'll start posting more clips again. I just have been pretty busy, but we'll get back to posting more clips and things of that nature. And make sure y'all check us out, okay? Y'all got anything else to say, fellas?
Appreciate you, 3G's family. Man. Everybody that pulled up today, make sure y'all like this shit. Also, man, help us get pushed back in these algorithms, man. The best way you can do that to help us is go to the comment section, man. Leave a comment on this video, not just the live, but the comment section, man. Leave a comment, share this shit, do it all, man. We appreciate y'all.
Peace.
3G's.